What's going on, you guys? Lord Addict, Gaming Addict. I assume some of you have noticed that we're not on Wednesday. We're on Sunday, and I might have potentially hijacked the ILP day. Maybe I told Cog and King, this is my day now. Sunday is my day. But all you guys know, ILP gonna be Wednesday. Nah, I'm joking. We have two people that couldn't make it for ILP, so we didn't want to leave you guys for anything. Clearly, this isn't ILP. Guys, you could clearly tell from the thumbnail it wasn't ILP. If you didn't pay attention, I guess you just wasn't paying attention. But we're gonna get on with the show, man. I got two people with here, man. I got Hustle and Motivate, my co-host. What's going on, Hustle?
Oh man, not too much. I hope all is well. Happy holidays to everybody, whether you celebrating that. I want y'all to be safe. If you got the fireworks, don't blow your arm off like a homeboy in Vice City. It's all good. I just want y'all to be safe and be happy. Outside of that, Addict, ain't nothing been going on, man. It's just been dealing with some life things, and it looks like everything's about to even out and mellow out, as you know. And it looked like everything about to be cool, man. It's about to be a very good summer for me. How about you, sir? What's been going on?
Pretty good. Have a lot going on. I've been playing Cuphead. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy X, like an absurd amount. That's why I always be telling, I actually be playing these Japanese games. People be like, Addict, you cap and you don't play these. Nah, people don't pay attention if they think I don't play these Japanese games. But we got Dirt Griggity, man. What is that back? Oh, that's a Gears of War background.
Yeah, Gears.
For Gears of War today.
Yeah, little Gears. What's up, y'all? How you doing?
What you, man? What you been playing?
Nothing much. Well, I've been I mentioned this last time, but I just finished The Quarry recently. It was a pretty good game if you like those types of games. 3 of my characters died, so I was upset about that. But it is what it is. Then I actually started playing a little Halo. Excuse me. Then actually played a little Lost Judgment. And I bought the game at launch last year, never played it, so I said it's time to boot it up.
Yeah, we got a pretty good show for you guys. Kid Smooth will be here eventually. He told me he had to do the family thing, and he would be showing up to his house around 1, so he said he'd probably be 10-15 minutes late. Got a 2 super chat from Lord Merhoof. Hello, Randolph or brother. Good day to you, sir. Man, I have to Cognito. Now because you showed a picture of Rand, everybody's saying we look alike. I personally feel like it's all white people look alike. That's what I personally feel like. You got a beard, man. You look like Lord Cognito. Look like Addict and Rand. Look, man.
No, Addict. I don't know about y'all two looking alike. You know who Randolph Thor does look like? It looked like Rick Rubin, the producer, back in the 80s. He helped what's his name, found Def Jam. That's what he looked like. But it was cool to see them two link up like that. I was a little surprised because we don't see Rand on camera like that. So anytime he does take a picture and he kind of shows us,
I'm surprised he took the picture. To be honest with you.
Well, that's true.
Part of you thought that he would be like, "Oh, let's take this picture." Rand would be like, "Nah, I'm good." All right, so as you guys can see, we got a killer show for you guys. We got a little bit of salt today, little bit of spiciness. I'm sure Dirt will love that. We got Halo continues to sell despite what happened last generation. They're selling good in Japan. We got God of War and the fiasco going on with that. There's layers to that. Just like what's his name? I can't.
McMill?
Doc. What's his name? Puerto Rico brother.
Dak Dark, 1985. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man.
There's levels to that God of War fiasco, man. Then we got Halo Infinite. There's a couple things we need to go over with Halo Infinite. We're gonna break that down a little bit. I know we've talked about Halo Infinite a lot, but I do feel like it needs to be brought up for good and bad. And then we got Japanese games missing Xbox once again. What do you guys want to talk about first? I'm sure.
It's up to you, brother.
The God of War thing. You guys want to get?
Oh man.
Or should we let's lay for Smooth for that. Let's talk about something Smooth don't play. Japanese games missing Xbox. All right. So for those of you the Mega Man collection. They have like kind of an art, kind of like a turn-based grid space game collection. Now they were on Game Boy. I played a couple of them, and they were really good games. And I heard rumors probably 6 months ago that this game was coming to the platforms. I honestly thought it was just the Switch. So when I found out it was coming to PC and PlayStation, it was kind of a bonus. But man, you look on there, Dirt. You look on there, and there's only one platform missing. Man. There's only one platform missing, and it kind of surprised me because Capcom's normally have been pretty good on making sure that it goes everywhere. So what I want to hear from you guys is, do you think there's any particular reason this stuff's going on?
Well, I will say this. They have come a long way when you compare last generation. They literally had no damn Japanese games on the platform. It's like they've come a long way. They're not fully there yet. So they're still going to have some games missing, unfortunately. The reason why, obviously, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Xbox is selling much better in Japan. So I just truly don't know why this Mega Man game is not on the platform. I don't know. Maybe they just said nobody's going to play it on Xbox. I don't know. I obviously don't know. But I still think Xbox has shown a lot of progress in Japan, and as well as having Japanese games that some Xbox fans wanted. A lot of Xbox fans are like, yo, man, when are we getting Persona? When are we getting this game? Now, like I said, not all of them are there. But, they got to take baby steps, I guess. But it's unfortunate to see another Japanese game skipping Xbox.
Yeah, man, a different publisher too. That's the part that blows my mind.
Well, I'm gonna keep it all the way true with you. This is the Mega Man Battle Network Connection. It's a collection of games that came out during the PS2 Game Boy Advance, Game Boy DS era. Y'all wasn't finna buy that no way. And I mean, Xbox fans, they wasn't finna buy that no way. A lot of people were aggravated when those games were coming out back in the day because they came out in such quick succession. Like the turnaround on those games because there's a lot of those games that's over there. So the turnaround on them games is kind of, it was OD, as the New Yorker would say. Shout out to Red M for me, BG. It was a little too much. By this not coming to Xbox, yeah, look, I'm gonna keep it true with you. I don't really think you're missing nothing if you're not into that type of game because it's, as you know, it's so different, right? You attack it's 3 different levels. There's levels to this. It's actually 3 different levels, and you can attack on one level. You have to evade other attacks on different levels, so you move back up and down, back and forth. You can move. I think there's 3 levels back and 3 levels forward. Yeah, there's a lot to it. Yeah. And man, look, I don't really think them games. Respectfully, I don't think those games were that popular back then. They made a lot of them, so they must have sold somewhere. But I just
they
like
were
the
on
people
Game
who
Boy, and I feel like those type of games sell more on Game Boy. Like, let's be real here. This game is gonna this game on Switch is gonna eclipse whatever PlayStation makes. Like, it's not even gonna be funny, the difference in sales.
You know what? That depends. Like, because a lot of those games are basically like more handheld experiences. But you said this game is on Steam as well, right? On PC too?
Yes, on PC.
They omitted Xbox, and it's kind of. I don't know. Maybe whoever is because I know Capcom owns it, but whoever Capcom probably just had like an internal thing with them to be like, well, we gave them. Is it Chrono Cross? They gave them one of those Final Fantasies that was on PSP.
Oh, so we gave you some handy downs. Okay.
Listen.
Look at you.
Look, here's the thing. They're going to have to see they're going to have to see, like, look, well, we're going to give you what we give you. And if it sell well, then all right, we'll give you everything else. But if it don't sell well, like,
I ain't feeling that
don't you
energy.
waste time?
I ain't going to lie. I ain't feeling that energy.
Hey, sir, these are the facts, sir. They look, they don't want to waste their time in building something for that and then pushing it over. Like, I feel them, man. I wouldn't waste my time either if y'all know y'all not going to buy the joint.
So you saying just alienating even the few Xbox fans? That game ain't hard to port over to Xbox, man.
Yeah,
especially if it's on Steam.
Well, I got a question for the both of y'all.
That game looks like it was made by 6 people in a basement.
Yeah, man, that game ain't hard to port over to Xbox, man.
You
can't say no. You know what? I don't want to. You know what? I don't care about Xbox fans. I don't care if it's 16 Xbox fans that want to play that crappy game. Port it over, man.
Hey, now we ain't gonna say it's crappy, man. We ain't gonna say it's crappy.
It's not. I don't
you look at it. Hustle. It was on the Game Boy. It was on the Game Boy.
But that DS did numbers though. That DS did PlayStation 2 numbers. So of course it was there. So of course, like that's the reason why one of the Kingdom Hearts games was over there too.
I feel you. But to me, All right. First off, Kid Smooth has joined it. He don't look like he's in a good mood at all. Look at that.
What?
That mean mug he be looking at right now.
No, I'm good. I just want to make sure I'm coming from the right mic. Am I coming from a mic or my webcam?
It does sound like you're coming from a webcam.
Yeah.
Does it really? Shit.
Now,
know.
okay, but now you
it sounds
sound
better. Maybe it was too far away from your mouth. I don't know.
Okay.
But it did sound a little
Yeah, you sound good now, yeah.
We got a $5 super from Artemis. Good luck. Good day to the Lord. Seeing my boy Dirt on the show today reminded me to make sure I have enough charcoal for barbecue for the 4th.
Hey, Rodimus, you show some damn respect, sir. This is not WBG. This is Iron Lord's podcast. You show some respect. You POS.
That was definitely a crazy super chat. Is that how it be rolling with you, Dirt?
Yeah, man, they be roasting me in my chat, man.
That's cool though. Like there's a difference between like roasting and disrespecting. That's clearly
Yeah,
like
it's
a hard.
It's
a
all
hard
fun, man.
joke.
If you grew up, let me tell you guys something, because you guys, you're obviously white and smooth and hustle. You're not really dark as me, but growing up in the black community as a dark-skinned brother, I got those jokes for years. I'm thick-skinned. I can handle it.
You know what's crazy? It's like just YouTube in general. I was reading some comments and someone on one of my reviews was like, because you know how I say at the beginning of the reviews, if you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that like button. People's like, the moment people self-promote, I just automatically click off. And I'm like, oh, so you don't, you hate commercials on TV. The moment McDonald's has a commercial, you just flip it off the video, huh? It's like, man, like, I get it. I actually had to have someone like, look, dude, that's your platform. You can do whatever the hell on your platform. And it's not like I'm sitting there forcing people to like the video. And like, there'll be sometimes I'll be listening to a podcast and someone say, yo, hit that like button if you guys enjoy the podcast.
Yeah,
and I remember
like and share it. Yeah.
I remind I do need to like the video because people do forget. That's why a lot of people bring it up so often. But all right, we'll back it up a little bit. What's going on, Smooth? What's you just come from the pool?
Yeah, I actually took a shower. And
how do you get that chlorine out?
Had to get the chlorine off of me. So that was that. Now I'm trying to get out of this. Now that I picked my background, I'm trying to get out of this screen. Yeah, so no, I had damn, still not good enough. But anyway, no, yeah. So I went to the pool with the kids in the morning, spent about almost 3 hours there, then wanted to at least get in the shower and wipe that off of me. And I'm like, crap, it's 10 minutes after. Let me get into this podcast. But thank you for having me. Sorry that I'm late.
You was only like 5 minutes late, if that. But yeah, so what we're talking about right now, Smooth, we're talking about the Battle Network game, the Mega Man games, not being an Xbox. Like, I know we briefly talked about on the phone. I know you don't really care about these type of games, so I'm sure when you saw that, you was like, because you're pretty much on respect. Say you're pretty much online saying, yo, keep all your junky ass Japanese games now. Smooth is on this like vendetta against Japanese games now. Like Square Enix got it. Capcom don't watch out, man. They're gonna have Smooth on them next.
Yeah, man. The thing, I mean, it would be nice to have him, but I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not saying like I know people accuse me of not keeping the same energy. I mean, Mega Man is Mega Man. Should it be there? Yes, it's on the Switch. It's on PlayStation 4, it's on PC. It should be able to be on the Xbox. I'm not sure what's really stopping them from putting it on Xbox, but you're not going to hear a complaint out of me because it's not as big as Final Fantasy. So
I agree with you, and it's kind of a collection, but to me, I do feel like this is I don't know. Okay, let's put the conspiracy hat on. All right, let's put it on. Is it me? Like, I know people have thrown this around, but I'm starting to really believe it. Is certain people holding back on Xbox on purpose to get that Game Pass bag later? Like, I don't know, because to me, when you look at something like this, I can't logically find a reason to hold this back. I mean, it's not a publishing deal because it's on PlayStation and Steam. It was originally on Nintendo platform, so I don't think it's a publishing deal. Like, it's just weird that it gives on everything but this platform. And to me, this is the perfect type of Game Pass game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, do you guys think that something like that might be happening when it comes to some of these like smaller titles? They're like, look, we're not going to necessarily sell the best on Xbox when it comes to this, so maybe we'll hold it for a couple weeks or a couple months and see if Xbox shows up in the back door with that Game Pass bag.
I doubt it for the simple fact that it's the value, the more money you're going to make from Xbox Game Pass as a developer and publisher is if you're going to be there day one. The day and date.
But here's the thing.
That's what's going to...
I feel you on that. But what happens if they're trying to have like that? Because obviously right now with Final Fantasy not coming to the platform, there's a lot of pressure on them for the Japanese market. Once that they're trying to like low-key put that pressure on them too. Like, there's another Japanese game that's not going on your platform.
Yeah, but it still wouldn't make sense. They got two hurdles to clear. You either put it, because there's a ton of Japanese games coming on Xbox that aren't coming to Game Pass same day. Like, you got Soul Hackers 2, you got this other one that just appeared on the marketplace. I mean, whatnot. So like, there's games obviously that they want on, like, you know, in the service, but it's just getting on the platform. Mega Man didn't have to come to Game Pass to be on Xbox. And if you're holding out for a Game Pass bag, then the value is going to get shorter. The bag, the earning potential to get like a Game Pass like bonus is going to be smaller the longer you wait, because to me the game isn't as big. And like I said, Xbox will pay for shock value. Oh, this is in Game Pass. Oh, day and date. The day and date is, if you want to hold out on day and date, then don't announce any platforms, show off the game, and then let them come to like, okay, like how much to get this on Game Pass day and date. But if you're going to just sit there, oh, I got the time and the resource to put this on PlayStation and put this on Steam, right now it just seems like a priority issue. They're not prioritizing Xbox as a platform for this game, which is, I can see if it was like a new IP or something like that, but this is like a freaking port. It's a 2D port. Come on.
If it is a priority issue, then who do we set that blame on? Capcom for not putting the priority, or Xbox for not seeking the game?
Capcom and Xbox Japan. Xbox shouldn't need to seek the game. They're a platform holder. Nintendo doesn't need to seek games. PlayStation doesn't need to seek games. Those platforms exist. Developers exist. Make the game. Put it on the platforms that exist. And why does Xbox got to be the only platform holder to shop? Can we get your game on that platform? PlayStation doesn't have to do that.
I feel you, but at the same time, you looking. It's not a good look, because this isn't the first game this year that's
it's a bad look for Capcom.
Other platform but Xbox. But here's the thing, no one cares about who publisher, who developed it. They're going to look on that, what does it come out on? It's going to be one platform not on that list. That's all they're going to care about.
Here's the thing, there's no hurdles from Xbox that's keeping games off of Xbox. If I was smart enough and talented enough to make a game, I can release a game on Xbox today for free. Like, I'm technically free. So it's like, there's no hurdles. There's nothing stopping people from releasing games on Xbox. This is just a priority thing. It's a priority thing. And the fact that Xbox has to shop to put games on a platform, it's like, that's not realistic. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're making a game. You got a game to sell. Sony doesn't have to buy the game from you to sell. Like, you have to sell the game. You put it on platforms that have customers. Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't like developers that operate that way. Whether they're from Japan, China, Korea, or like America, Europe, don't make games with that mindset where, like, you know, the platform holder has to come to me. You have to sell the damn game. Sell the game. You ain't going to sell a game to me if you're not on my platform.
Let me piggyback off your point, Smooth. Yeah, they shouldn't have to go to them, but I'm sure that there were some numbers internally that Capcom saw before they was like, we're going to put this here. We're going to put this here. We're not going to put this here for this reason. There got to be numbers that they saw. Because I'm being real with you. I'm looking at, because there's 10 different games for the people who may not know. Because I always thought it was just a handful. No, it's 10 different ones. When I said that they released these games back in the day, like, it was like World War II titles. They would release them joints like every other month, every few months and all that. That's like, that's a no cap situation. They was releasing these joints every so often. Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Xbox shouldn't have to like jump out the window and say, hey, bring this game over here. If I'm Capcom, I would take it over there. Mm-hmm. But I guess maybe they feel like it would just cut into their sales because it would be on Game Pass. That's if it's even on Game, because it's not even on Xbox. Period. It's not the fact that it ain't in game. So I'm thinking at first, oh, maybe it's just not in Game Pass. No, I looked at it. It's not on Xbox at all. Which that ain't cool. If I'm Capcom, I'm gonna try to make as much bread as that off of that as possible, just to see if people still want it.
That's the part that don't make sense to me, Hustle. This like, you look at certain games like Final Fantasy VII Remake to a point, and you're like, okay, this game probably gonna cost a little. And I'm not gonna say who I talked to, but I did talk to someone when it comes to porting. They say, it's up in the air, but most of the time, the money you get on the back end justifies the port, regardless. There's very few times that port's gonna cost more money than you would actually get from the sales. So it's just like, and I look at something like this, and I'm like, that's why I'm like, is there some form of, low key, like holding a game hostage? Like, because I just don't see a reason why it's not on the platform. I just can't logically find a reason why this is not on a platform. So you ain't said a whole lot of dirt. So
let me say, like, maybe this is a game that is going to come to Xbox later. Maybe a small team ported this game, and they only had the resources to port it to PlayStation, Steam, and Nintendo at the time. And that's the platforms they chose to do it for initially. Maybe Xbox port will come later. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only legitimate reason I can think of.
Can only afford 3 platforms and not 4. Like,
listen. There's not a big team on these games porting these games over, man.
There's probably not.
There's probably a few people porting these games over, and maybe it'll come to Xbox a little bit later this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they just didn't have the resources to port all of the platforms at the same time. That's the only thing I could think of.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm playing this. I'm gonna buy it for PlayStation. I'm gonna still play it. It's just, and people. What's funny is I made what?
I ain't.
Well, we knew this game could come to Game Pass, and you still wasn't gonna play this.
I have absolutely no interest with this again.
So, like, I think what irritates me the most is just these smaller titles. And what's funny is, like, I made a post and I was like, look, go wherever platform is that has the games you like. I got all the platforms. I got the big bulky PlayStation that I could bench weight over here. I got the Xbox. I got a PC I'm on, a Switch over there. I could play these games, but that's not the point. The point is I want the platform that I primarily game on to be better. And so that's why I made the tweet. And I was like, look, like, I'm never going to not say, yo, I don't like this is not on Xbox. I'm always going to vocalize that because I feel like if it wasn't for the people like me that speak out on stuff like that want the Final Fantasies on that, we wouldn't get stuff like Octopath Traveler that went into Game Pass. We wouldn't get stuff like Persona coming out this year because clearly we're the minority by far. Like, there ain't a lot of us out there. But I do feel like there is enough people on the Xbox platform that vocalize stuff that Microsoft feels like maybe they won't make money off of, but they feel like they have to appeal to these people because there's a lot of them. Anyone want to jump on that, or are we done with the Japanese talk? Because I know you guys don't care.
I'll just say this.
I'm kind of done with this topic.
I hope this, regardless of the situation, I kind of hope this game does sell so people can get a sequel to it. This franchise came out. What year is this? Like, this is say it came out like 15 years ago. It was like it was one of the staples in the early 2000s games, like a World War II type game and stuff like that. So I mean, the game preservationist in me is like cool to see that this stuff is still living on, and I kind of hope it will continue to live on. Yeah, put it on Xbox though. Like, yo, what do you? Because I thought it just wasn't on Game Pass, as I said before. But you don't lose
it's not
nothing
on the platform at all.
It's not. Yeah, it's not on Xbox at all. You don't lose nothing by putting it there. So you might as well just go and throw that joint on there. Don't even put it in Game Pass. Just put it on platform, man.
I'm one of those people, Huss, where I look at something like this and I'm just like, I can understand not Game Pass. I can understand. I'm not in the camp where everything's got to be in Game Pass. If something's in Game Pass, I feel like that's a cherry on top. At this point, I just want it on my platform. Like, I don't even care if it's not in Game Pass, and it would be different if it was stuff that makes sense. Final Fantasy Rebirth, it's bull, but it makes sense because I'm pretty sure PlayStation has secured the majority of that Final Fantasy VII title. But that's the only point. This didn't make sense. And, maybe it is what Dirt said. Maybe they only put a certain amount of, budgeting when it comes to this, and they prioritize the other platforms over this platform. I do think it will come to the platform eventually. It's just like, the biggest thing that annoys me is when I see this sucker on everything. That's when I get annoyed.
But here's the thing. I'm going to say this, right? I'm not too mad because there's about 7 big time Japanese games coming to Xbox that's available to pre-order right now in the next 3 to 4 months. So you got this game called Overrogue, which is due out Tuesday or Wednesday. There's Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. I've never heard of it, but it's definitely a Japanese anime action adventure game. I might give it a try. It's $20. That comes out the 14th, so it's next week. You got Capcom Arcade Stadium 2. So they're not giving us Mega Man, but they are giving another collection of bundles that has a ton of games, which includes Mega Man, by the way. Mega Man is in this bundle. So that comes out July 22nd. You also got SD. You have SD Gundam Battle Alliance, which comes out August 25th. Bandai Namco, shout out to them, best Japanese publishers next to Capcom and Sega. And you got Soul Hackers 2, which is coming out August 26th, the day after. And this is Soul Hackers is also this is by Sega. And you got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle, All-Star Battle R, which is coming out September 1st.
Smooth Google that list.
That JoJo's Bizarre
list.
No.
Googling. I'm in the Xbox store, and that's also by Bandai Namco.
But that's a fighting game, right, Smooth?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then you also got the Divine Force, which is coming out. The Star Ocean, the Divine Force comes out October 27th.
I don't feel like they're not progressing in the support for Japanese. That's why I didn't really put the blame too much on Xbox. I do feel like this might be more of a Capcom thing, but it's just like, regardless what the logistics are and regardless of what the reasoning that this isn't on Xbox, it doesn't make it sting any less. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It still sucks. So that's pretty much all I have on this topic. I personally am tired of this stigma. Oh, it doesn't sell on this platform. Well, if you never give us the games, how are we supposed to buy them ever? Mm-hmm. And then if you give us one game and you skip 2 other sequels and then you give us the game 5 years later, then did you expect sales like it was a day one? I don't understand that. And I think that's my biggest thing. It's like, look, like, I get it. PlayStation people buy a lot of Japanese games. So does the Switch people. It's like, why don't you put some faith in the green box, man? That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. So, Smooth.
Yes. And do I sound okay? Do I sound okay?
You sound fine.
People
are roasting you for saying like 30 times.
Yeah, my bad.
So my question to you, Smooth, is I saw you talking about Crackdown on Twitter. And what's funny is I brought this up, and Dirt was like, "We talking about Crackdown?" Yes, we talking about Crackdown. I actually enjoy the Crackdown franchise, and I felt like Crackdown 3 was a classic example of over-ambition, and they couldn't do what they originally wanted to, so they had to scale back. And I feel like the reason Crackdown hit us the way Crackdown hit us is because we expected a different game. So I do feel like it was unfairly reviewed, if that makes sense, and it wasn't reviewed off what we got. It was reviewed off of what we were promised, if that makes sense. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Do you guys feel like we need another Crackdown, another shot at this franchise to justify the wrongs? I do feel like the multiplayer was lacking compared to what we were told.
Yeah, the multiplayer was. Yeah.
I felt like the campaign was good. Like,
I agree with you.
Really good. It was really good. I enjoyed the campaign. Matter of fact, I'm about to play through it again with my son. But I don't like. I downloaded it on PC so I was gonna, because they didn't FPS boost it and whatnot, which is a shame. That game. The best way to play that game is right now, obviously, at 60 frames or better, because that game looks good. It was a good looking game. The story was dope. It was a lot of fun. I just boot up the game just to mess around sometimes, especially in the Keys to the City mode where you kind of you could fly and, you know, kind of just have access to like every weapon. I don't think we need to see a Crackdown 4, but I do think they need to show some reboot love to Crackdown 1 and 2. And just to be, and then, you know, you can announce a Crackdown 4 or do some sort of like, I don't know if you want to put a number next to it, but I would like to see something with the Crackdown franchise, whether that be remake or reboot Crackdown 1 and 2, or you do a fourth game. But I do agree with you that the game was unfairly reviewed, unfairly criticized. The Metascore was a 58 for I don't know what reason. You can't play the game Crackdown and say that this is a bad game. It's better than the first 2 games. It was only an upgrade.
I think the first
it's better than the first 2 games. The second one was whack.
And the second one was trash.
The second one was underwhelming because the first one was so good for its time. And let's remember.
Be honest, the first one we played for Halo 3, dude.
I was about to say that, but it doesn't take away that it was still a fun game.
It was a decent game.
It was fun. I agree with smooth though. I agree with smooth. I think 3 is better than 1.
We didn't have a trajectory that went up. Like we had like massive up and downs with the franchise. So Dirt, man. What do you think on the Crackdown? You didn't feel like you wanted to talk about Crackdown when this show
only
started.
Because it's not really a relevant topic. But I will say this: I wholeheartedly agree with what you said, though. I agree that it got judged on what we were promised instead of what we got. Now the multiplayer, you know, it was fun for exactly like 30 minutes. Then it kind of got old real quick. But like you guys said, I thought the campaign was dope. The campaign was dope. I enjoyed the campaign. Like it had a little story, not a deep story, of course, but it had a little story. It had some cool bosses, decent graphics. I enjoyed the campaign, man. All the collectibles. It was a good campaign. But like you guys said, I think it just got killed because of what we were promised. That initial was that 2015 Gamescom, that initial gameplay of the multiplayer that looked amazing, and we got nothing close to that really. So I really feel the delays. It was just a multitude of things at that time. Smooth knows, everybody knows how rough it was for Xbox during those years, especially 2017, 2018. Then
that was
of course,
a really
this game,
rough time to be.
Yeah, absolutely,
even to
man. Like
imagine
imagine
on YouTube for Xbox, it was a rough time.
Imagine trying to start a pro Xbox YouTube channel during those years. It was difficult. But so when it was finally delayed to 2019, and people, it was already negativity surrounding the game. So when I played, I was like, this campaign is pretty dope. But, nobody cared. It got, a 59 Metacritic, a 60. What was it? 60? I don't know what it was. It was
58.
Really low.
A 58.
It went down to 58 smooth. Damn.
And I feel like that game is not a 58.
No, man, it was a good campaign.
That campaign was fun. Like
it was fun, man. It was fun. Yes, it was.
And maybe it's because they should have centered. I felt like if they could go back and redo what Crackdown 3 was, it would have been a completely different game. I feel like they promised that game on the standpoint of where they thought cloud computing at that time would be, but it didn't evolve the way they wanted to. I know they had to reset, development a couple times. It's just like, look, at the end of the day, I feel people when it comes to Crackdown. I understand that they never make a Crackdown again. I get it. Crackdown had its opportunity and it failed multiple times. I felt to some people, I did enjoy the Crackdown franchise, even 2. It's just 2 was definitely underwhelming compared to the rest. But it's just like, to me, if they make a Crackdown, first off, spoiler alert, they definitely foreshadowed another Crackdown. You can even ask Smooth at the end of Crackdown 3. But it's just like, I don't know if there's enough engagement there to even realistically visit that game again. And even if the game were to be made, who would make it?
Yeah. And you know what? I agree with you. Unfortunately, I don't think there's enough engagement there. I think the franchise is tarnished. I think, it will have to be a hell of a game for people to get interested in the franchise again. It will have to be absolutely incredible. And I just don't know if that's possible.
What do you think, Hustle? You've been over there talking. Did you even play this? Hold on, let me get these two super chats.
Yeah, you can get the super chats
before you slander this game, because I feel like you about to slander it.
Mm-hmm.
We got $2 super chat from Dan Lorenzo. If I butchered your name, man, apologize. To hell with them games and PlayStation.
Oh, Dan Lazaro, the homie. What's up, man? TTS.
We got a $2 super chat from Victor Alice. It needs a reboot like Insomnia gave to Spider-Man. I actually feel like rebooting Crackdown would do a lot of good for it. I do feel like that could be a pillar of Xbox, but they got to put serious money behind it, and they got to actually find a developer to make the type of game that Crackdown needs to be.
Yeah.
What do you feel, Hustle?
Well, hold on. I want to answer this question first. The last Crackdown 3, Sumo Digital did, correct? They did that.
The campaign. They did the campaign.
The campaign. Oh, okay.
Which was the good part.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real with you, and it's kind of ties into Smooth and it ties into BG. Them the only two YouTubers who I saw like even playing that game online. Smooth had tried like to resurrect the multiplayer. Sadly, it's to no avail. I'll keep it real with you, dog. Like, so when I saw Crackdown for the first time, and I know I had the Halo 3, and I was in the Halo super heavy back then, I said, nah, it didn't hit for me. I didn't know about the whole, when you shot a wall, it had so many different like characteristics for the original Crackdown. I didn't know about none of that. I just wanted to try Halo 3 and all that. I just didn't enjoy it then, and when Crackdown 3 dropped, I'm like, nah, I'm good. And I'm good on that. Microsoft, they need to keep that in the drafts for as long as possible. They don't need to bring that joint back at all, though, because like it don't really add nothing for me. It just for me. Like now, this is just one, and I'll try whatever, but like now, it's just something about that one that just didn't particularly hit right. They can keep that way it's at. If y'all had fun with it, continue to have fun with it. But nah, that wasn't it, Chief. It ran well. It ran well from what I was saying. Like that was cool. That it ran super well at 1440p, and there wasn't any issues regardless of whatever that Metacritic score was. It doesn't matter. But like for me, I'm cool. And this is like the Hustle formula, right? Like I like third person action adventure games. Like
I think this is a different type of third person. Like I think the problem, Hustle, is they were so laser focused on that multiplayer. The campaign was an afterthought, and after they realized they couldn't do that multiplayer they wanted to, I feel like they scrambled for the campaign. And the campaign was good, but imagine if they would have took all that time that they were trying to make that multiplayer work and dedicated it all to a single player driven story that you're a superhero growing in strength from city to city, and then like you had like kind of like I think the problem is they, instead of having that everything's destructible way, they should have had just a GTA 5 multiplayer where people could just cause havoc. Because I was trolling Smooth as my agent on his character. Imagine if you could do that for like 20 people. But they went for a very ambitious thing, and I think it blew up for them, man. I really do.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about one of the smokes, man. We could talk about the Japanese Xbox selling well, or we could talk about God of War. But I do think we're going to say the God of War for last, because I feel like there's so much to that topic. It's unreal. And I want to really go over because we got like kind of two bulletin points for God of War. But I do want to talk about Halo real quick. It does look like there is I saw people on Twitter talking about there's a campaign. I guess they're in the Insider program. They're having that in there. So, and then, I want to know where Forge is. Like, I actually feel like Halo Infinite needs that campaign, that co-op campaign. But I feel like the game needs Forge more right now. And that's where I want to just go around the table. First off, we'll talk about, to you, where is Halo right now? Then we'll talk about, the campaign and if you think that's relevant. Then we'll talk about, whether or not you think that Forge would be a better, focus at currently right now. So we'll start with you, right. And what's funny is everyone here has played a good amount of Halo. Like even Hustle. Like I know Hustle be hating on the Xbox brand sometimes, but he's played a lot of this game too. So, I'm kind of curious, where's Halo to you right now, Hustle?
6 feet underground, joint dead in them. No, I can't curse on it. That joint super dead, dog.
What?
Stay that way. It's dead. It's over.
What?
Get it out of, sir. Who was that? Dirt.
There's me. It's
Dirt.
dead.
Dirt. Zombies.
How quick can you find? How quick can you find a game on Halo? If it's dead, you can't find a game, right?
It's over. It's over.
Come on, man.
And you know what killed Halo Infinite? 343. Sorry, 343 killed that.
Come
with
on,
the recent. All right, I'm gonna take it anyway. With the recent Juneteenth actions of 343, I never picked that joint up again. With the recent like those actions, like the limited game modes, whatever. I got like 55 hours, 60 hours in that joint, man. Like, I'm good, homie. I'm good on the whole joint. The joint, it's over. It's over. It is over. They got a beta this month or July, like the middle part of July for like the co-op online and all that. I'm good. I'm good. Love and joy. I promise I'm fine on it. And the sad part was that game was super fun. It's fun. It wasn't a bad game whatsoever, but they chose not to add content. They could have delayed it. They probably should have delayed it a whole nother year. In my humble opinion, they could have delayed that joint again, man, just to make sure everything was right. They chose to rush it out and then listen, the fact that it was delayed a year from its original release date, and it's still like, not that it underperformed in terms of gameplay, just underperformed in terms of content. No, I'm good. And then like with the recent stuff, I'm good. I'm good though.
While Hustle talks this chaotic stuff, I'm gonna give it to Dirt later. Search for a game on Halo Infinite. See how long it takes you to find a game on non-ranked matches. Search for a game and count it down for us. Now. And hold up. First off, let's determine what's dead. What is dead, Dirt? You got to look for like 2 minutes.
Like down 3 multiplayers dead. Try to find a game on there.
So, okay, chat. What do you consider dead? What do you consider the point where there's no return? That game isn't being resuscitated, like it is officially done. How many minutes before? Because I do feel like even if you find a game, that doesn't mean that the game isn't dead. But I do feel like if you're spending 5+ minutes, that's probably dead. But let's see. Go to regular Halo, because that's the majority of people playing, and tell me how long it takes you to find the game. So someone said 3 minutes.
The game is booting up, so it's.
All right, so Dirt, why he looks up there and we prove Hustle wrong live.
I'm gonna defend myself too. Go ahead, Smooth. I'm gonna defend myself on this too, but y'all go ahead.
I'm gonna put a timer from when I hit the
and show us your phone while it does it, like when you do the timer. All right, go Dirt.
I'd ask a good question. What makes a game dead? Is it subjective? Is it what makes a game dead? To me, my opinion, a multiplayer game is dead if you log on.
Sorry, my bad. What mode do I need to select?
Just do Slayer. That's what everyone plays. Slayer.
All right, do it. So quick play.
Yeah, quick play Slayer.
All right.
So continue, Dirt.
So like I said, like if in my opinion, if a game is dead, there's no engagement, nobody's playing the damn game. Like I said, the example I said, Crackdown 3, that multiplayer is dead. Try finding the game. Last year I tried to play that game. I didn't find a game at all. Dead.
When's the last time you tried to play Crackdown?
I think it was sometime in 2021. I said, let me play this right quick. Nothing.
God. Yeah,
couldn't find one game.
Dead right now, man.
That's literally
Lawbreakers is dead.
Dead.
We're at 35 seconds.
Halo Infinite is still getting content. I know it's not as fast as we would like, but it's still getting.
All right, match begins in 3, 2, 1. Let me stop it.
Under
49 seconds.
Under 50 seconds. Is that dead to you?
There is stuff that we have to take into consideration.
Go ahead and continue.
The match. I'm in the match right now.
There is stuff we have to take into consideration. That was taking out the amount of time it took to actually load the lobby. It didn't even take that long, because if you look, the moment they say found match loading in, that is when you actually end it, because that's when the networking part has took off and they're actually loading the game. That has nothing to do with the people actually going on there. So in all sense, like 30 seconds it took to load that game. Does that sound like a dead game to me?
That's definitely not a dead game.
All right. Listen here, bots. Look,
it could be dead to you. It could be dead to you.
No. In terms of everything that there is to do in that game has already been done. And that's what I mean by dead. Like, there ain't nothing new, dog.
Is this coming from a guy that loves PlayStation single player game?
Nani? No. Hustle. Hold on. Nani. First of all, Hustle loves all games. So let's not do that.
Use his name in third person now. Oh, damn.
Let's not. Yeah. I might like third person, but don't get it twisted, man. Don't get twisted. I like all of it. look,
still good at this game.
This is Halo. This is Halo. This is Xbox's Mario. Like the fact that it came out like this, it ain't cool, dog. Because Nintendo would never let this happen to Mario. And to homeboy in the chat, he know who he is. Yo, the next time you call me out my name, you definitely getting blocked on this. So you better chill. Yeah. Like relax, homie. But no. Like for me, dog, it's the content. It was the Juneteenth thing. Yes, it did bother me because the half-assed apology from Bonnie Ross, that wasn't cool to me, dog. So I'm like, and I done put bread behind that too. Like I done spent money behind that. So I'm like, nah. So for you to view me a certain way and for it just to be ignored, for me, I'm like, nah, it's over. Like it's over
you on
for
that.
me.
You know, the
like,
way they're handling stuff in that matter.
Yeah, like
something's
But
weird.
nobody said they're perfect. I'm strictly going by. You said the game is dead.
Well, okay,
that's what I'm going by.
Well, okay.
You said it was 6 feet.
Okay, dead to
there
hustle.
You go.
Okay. Dead to hustle. There you go. Okay.
Let me say dead to hustle. Yeah, you can go on and find out. Whatever. It's over. The numbers on that game kind of whatever.
On PC.
Those numbers are okay on you're right. Hey, on PC. Smooth. What do I play, dog?
On PC.
Thank you, sir. I don't have an Xbox Series X just yet. Only because I can't really find one to get one. But I don't have that yet. And plus, I'm not trying to pay for the online. But on PC, it's it is what it is. And the game is fun.
Also, over there sweating.
Sweating what? So my air conditioning is on. I'm good. I'm straight. I ain't worried about that. And I ain't worried about nobody in chat neither. Yeah, that's just how I felt though. But after that whole the Juneteenth thing with me, man, because I really wanted to play the online the multiplayer co-op for the multiplayer co-op the campaign co-op. I really wanted to run that with shout out to Contra and Mega. I really wanted to run that with them because we did that with Halo Reach. But it just that whole thing just left a bad taste in my mouth. So when I say it's dead, let me reiterate. It's dead to me.
That's 100% fine, brother. That's 100% fine.
It's 1,000% fine if I say it's dead on the if that joint dead on the table, it's over. It's over. But it's just, it's just one of those things. Like, and it's actually a sad thing to see that Halo kind of fell as far as it did because, like, again, this is Halo. This is Xbox's Mario, dog. Like, I mean, no other company would have let this happen. Like, you see what I'm saying? Nintendo wouldn't have let this happen with Mario. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
I do. It happened with the Wii.
I will say that.
Well, hold up, Addict. Explain, Smooth.
Let me know. With the Wii U flopped crazily. That's the only reason why it exists. Okay. The Switch exists.
But what dropped that to because we can have that conversation too. Because it happened with the GameCube as well, right? But what happened with the GameCube at launch? They didn't launch with no Mario
GameCube
game.
Was sick. GameCube was sick. There was nothing wrong with the GameCube.
I mean, it underperformed. I like the GameCube too. Don't get it fucked up. Pardon me. Don't get it twisted. I gotta watch my language. But what was the key determining factors with that? I don't know about the Wii U in particular, but I don't think it launched with a Mario game. I don't know about. I know for a fact the GameCube didn't launch with a Mario game. It launched with like Luigi's Mansion and all that. When nobody trying to play is Luigi. You understand what I'm saying? It's like so. There's a caveat to that.
So,
what's
Roy
up?
Johnson said, "Ask Battlefield developers if Halo is dead."
That's a very good point.
Hey, I forgot they said that. Yikes! Oh no.
Listen, at the end of the day, my personal opinion, Halo Infinite released without some modes that we wanted. Yes, and getting the content is taking longer than we want. But I will say this: the game released polished. The game released polished, like you said. Ask DICE. Because that's exactly what they said. Halo Infinite release polished. The campaign, I love the campaign. I love the multiplayer. Yes, do we want more content? Absolutely. Do we want forwards? Do we want co-op campaign? Absolutely. And that's things that should have been there at launch. Unfortunately, they wasn't. But they have this roadmap. Clearly Halo with Infinite is a games as a service. That's not an excuse. But my thing is, I think the game is not there. I was playing it last night. It's still fun. It's still a lot of fun. And I'm still having fun with the game. So, yeah, I mean, this is your opinion, Hustle, of course. But we agree to disagree.
Beasting. Oh, man. I'm still beasting.
So
look, smooth beasting as we on the podcast right now. Look at this.
So here's what I think. All right. I do feel like Halo is in a bad state, but I don't think it's dead. I think the gameplay carries it over that dead threshold. this game did come out and it did what it needed to do in terms of the gameplay was where it was. Everything else just it wasn't where it was. Now, look, does that mean they're going to be able to turn the franchise around and turn Halo Infinite around? No. But I do feel like there was an incident where they were too ambitious early on in development. And by the time they really figured out where they wanted to go with the franchise, they were so far behind. And they probably would have caught up to a point, but then COVID hit. And it even pushed them even further back.
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
I do feel like we're seeing still the old Halo Infinite. The Halo Infinite before what's his name came and took over.
Joseph Stanton.
I think he's had minor stuff he could change in that time frame, but I don't think him being in charge could do enough significance to change anything in that time frame. I do feel like probably in the next 6 months to a year, you're going to start seeing his vision of how the Halo multiplayer should have been, his vision and how the campaign should have been. There was a lot of, I want to briefly talk about this real quick. There was a lot of, rumors going around about where the next campaign was going to be. And it said it was going to be like 2024 or something like that. And like next year, the Battle Royale was going to come out. So, smooth. I want you to briefly go over what, if this game came out, if we got another campaign in 2024, would that disappoint you? If it was a huge amount of content and it was worth the wait, would you be okay with that if they pushed it back to 2024?
I would be disappointed if the next campaign was a 2024 release. I think that would be stupid. I would be extremely disappointed because at the end of the day, it's like your plan is to turn this thing into. I just don't like that. I feel like a lot of this game is being broken up into like seasons when a lot of stuff should have been delivered like day one, like the co-op, the forge and stuff like that shouldn't really be a seasonal thing. That should be a part of the initial package. So the thing is, I really like the campaign. So my disappointment would be different because I actually want to delve into more of the Halo campaign. Now, it looks like this co-op is about to happen. So I'm going to play it again through co-op. But I want to see what else they come up with in this campaign. Like, are they going to bring us to different biomes and stuff? I don't think we need to wait with Halo Infinite released in 2021. I don't think it should be a 3-year wait for something like that. So I would be disappointed if that's the next time we got a piece of a Halo campaign.
One's if let's say they do have a huge amount of content that comes out in 2024 and it's free. Do you think that makes up for a little bit, or do you think if they have a good amount where it shows the events that happen at the end of Halo Infinite, they carry on, and they put like $40 behind that? Do you think that's gonna sour people?
I don't know. You gotta think, like once it gets here, right? I feel like if it gets here, people will ultimately be happy, especially if it's good, right? But they gotta. Between now, let's say if that date's true, right? Between now and then, they have to like do a lot to make up for in that time to make us not feel like this is just a waste of time and effort. You know what I mean? So I feel like the next couple seasons have to be epic. One, they have to shorten these damn seasons because 6 months is kind of like
agreed,
insane,
ridiculous, man. To like try to normalize 6 months for seasons. I feel like these guys probably have the best benefits package ever. Like at 343, the way that they work, they have like they have like emotional days, they have mental disorder days, they have all these days where they're not working. I hear more about their mental effort than I do about their progress on the game. But I feel like if they manage to knock it out the park, shorten their seasons, deliver what was promised years ago on this game, and feed us some quality content, and in between that time and when 2024 gets here and they decide to release a campaign expansion, I think they will be in good shape. But at the rate that they work, I'm not exactly sure what they can do.
I think it's like what Addict said. I think they are behind, man. Unfortunately, because like you said, Addict, I agree with what you said. They were doing it how they they were developing the game. Their vision was too big. They had to start over I don't know if they changed engines. We heard that they changed engines or whatever. Then, then after all of them already being behind it, then COVID hit, made them even more behind. So yes, I agree, Smooth. They need to, 6 months is a little bit too long. They need to somehow fix that. But hopefully, man, they can catch up eventually. I mean, I'm not making excuses because these are real issues here. Hopefully they can catch up and start dropping content more regularly. And I agree, the campaign expansion, whatever it is, if it drops in 2024, it better be a nice 10 to 15 hour campaign expansion, bro.
That's what I was about to say, Dirk.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say that they always envisioned Halo Infinite to be the platform and the content to go into the game, like an evolving world. And when you get this Halo Infinite campaign, it's pretty much going to be a full-blown campaign. Like, it's not just like a small thing, not like 5 hours. Like, it's a full-blown campaign. Like, they developed a whole new campaign. Would you guys be more okay with that?
I would. If it's, like you said, a full campaign, like a 10 to 15 hour campaign. Absolutely.
What about you, Smith?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take any freaking campaign from them at this point. So I don't have a requirement that it needs to be, a certain amount of hours. I mean, I think honestly, 8 to 10 hours is fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Hustle? You've had a lot. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't talk about Halo. This chat.
I don't care. I see what's going on in the chat, and I'm gonna respond to one of them super chats in a minute. It's over for me. Let me just say, for me, it's over. I didn't think I would have to clarify, but I don't got. Yeah, for me, and I don't got a problem clarifying. It's over for me. It's over.
All right, so let's go ahead and get these super chats. We'll move on to the next flight. What super chat did you want to address?
Where my man at? Apollo Cooper. Go ahead, Ed.
All right, let me get to him, and I'll let you read that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got a $2 super chat from Greekhead188. He's saying Halo 2 is better than all JRPGs.
Slow down.
That's a crazy statement you say. Halo 2 is a good game, though, man. Halo 2 is a good game, but
y'all talking about I'm saying wild stuff.
Shout out to Geekhead.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 a pretty big game, man. It's a pretty big game.
Persona 5 too.
All right, so then we got. I did read the day in Lorenzo $2 to help with PlayStation and games. Then we got a $2 super chat from Victor Allenstein that needs a Spider-Man. I said that too. I must have missed that super chat. I don't know how I did that. Got a $2 super chat from Carlos Avado. Probably Verado. The Coalition needs to make a good 4-player co-op Crackdown. I don't want Coalition touching Crackdown.
No,
I don't feel like that's the right studio. I like Coalition to make a Punisher game though. That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Got a $2 super chat from United 27. Sincerely hope Halo doesn't end up like Crackdown. Oh my God! Don't ever put Halo and Crackdown in the same sentence.
No, I definitely won't end up like Crackdown.
Got a $5 super chat from Hargit Shani. I enjoyed Crackdown 3 as a Crackdown game. Some games are judged poorly because they are from Microsoft, sadly. Hope they make a 4. I agree with you. I do feel like some games are judged a little bit differently because they're made by Microsoft. But I do think we're getting a little bit better on that. And I feel
they are.
I feel like PlayStation's actually getting, their games are getting judged on a higher scale now. But we'll go into that later. Then we got a $2 super chat from Carlos. Probably I'm gonna butcher your name again, man. Alavico? What was it?
Carlos Alvarado.
Alvarado. My bad, dude. Is a
I can't see it, so I'm assuming that's what.
Who plays every night it's not dead. So look, I mean, we just live proved Hustle's definition of dead's a little lacking.
That's fine.
So then we got a $5 super chat from Donataku. Forge dropping in September will turn Halo into a streaming experience. It will surpass its launch numbers by the end of the year. I'm 90% right. I do agree with you, and I meant to go over a little bit on Forge, but I do think we'll wait a little bit more for information on that. I do feel like Forge right now is more important to get in there than the co-op experience of the Halo storyline, but that's just me. Then we got a $2 super chat from Dan Lorenzo. Hustle tripping.
It's all good. It's all love. Thank y'all for your support. I appreciate y'all.
Take it, man. Take it.
Yeah.
There's your super chat. So.
All right, Apollo Cooper, thank you for your $5 super chat. I play on PC. It took me 17 seconds to blah 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 blah. All right, fine, forget all that. Let's see.
Okay, hold on. We gotta read it. Then you control it. $5 super chat for Apollo Cooper. I play on PC. It took me 17 seconds to find a match on Infinite. Far as GameCube, it is underperformed. Why is it increased in the value over later years? Now, what do you?
I can explain that. As a retro gamer myself. First of all, it probably ain't too many of these left out in a while, right? And Nintendo games, we joke about it, but Nintendo games do hold their value. If I was to trade this in right now, I pay like $100 for this. If I was to really trade this in back now, to the store where I got it from, I probably get $90 for this. It would be a steep discount. But the Nintendo games, yes, they hold their value. Kirby's, what was that? One of the Kirby anniversary collections on Nintendo Wii. The going price for that joint is like $200. This is what Kirby's, with all the Kirby games on it, up until like Air Ride or something. All of those, that Nintendo stuff holds their value. The reason why Microsoft games are so cheap, and it's not to do the fun factor or lack of their fun factor, it's because you can get them on PC. Like if you're collecting for Xbox right now, it's super cheap because a lot of those games are available on different platforms. You can play them on your Xbox, OG Xbox. You can play them on your 360, Xbox One, et cetera, and Steam now, and Steam too. You can get Halo 1 for like $5 because it's everywhere now. So like it's not hard to come by these. And a lot of these, as y'all know, with the retro stuff, a lot of it ain't being made. So when you have a game like Super Smash Brothers Melee or not even Mario Sunshine so much anymore.
A game and there is their hustle. You just got the case.
Sir, come on. Don't do that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Anyway, what's up? I was just going to say, hold on. I was just going to say, if you're collecting for the OG Xbox, it's cool to do it now because you can find all of those games for basically next to nothing. Like, sure, you may have some outliers like Conker's Bad Fur Day or Conker's Fur Day Reloaded or Conker Reloaded, whatever it's called. Because they're not making that anymore, and I don't think they ever re-released that game. I might be wrong, but they've never re-released that game. So like you got some outliers, but like a lot of those Xbox games you can get for on the cheap.
Hey man, we got a follow super of Hargy Shani. Wow, Halo's dead. I guess they should just pack their bags. Xbox should do the same. Too many fills still waiting on Last of Us 2 multiplayer. Been years.
I like that.
Hargy just hit you in the gut. He just hit you in the gut.
I like that one, Hargy.
Hey, Hargy.
You know those anime fights where someone gets hit so hard, their eyes start going white? That's what just happened to us.
Yeah, right. But I'll hold on to that, and I'll see y'all September 2nd for the Last of Us remake. How about that? How about that?
Is it coming? Is it coming? Yeah, is it coming?
The Last of Us remake? Oh wow. Yeah. They took the multiplayer away. Wow.
And raised it another $30.
They making you pay more money for less content.
Smooth, you know that damn game fire. Don't do that. Yeah, I done saw you play and beat that game on ground.
I love The Last of Us.
Hey,
I absolutely love The Last of Us.
I ain't playing it for $70. I'm gonna wait till it comes to PC and then
I'll see the sales. Yo, hold on. Let's talk about that real quick. And why y'all tripping off that when y'all know that game gonna go on sale in like 2 or 3 months?
Well, why are you tripping on Halo when we know we're gonna get content in 6 months to a year?
Man, look,
that's a good way.
That's because 343 got management issues they got to take care of. That's probably maybe I didn't articulate that right, but they got issues over there. They got to take care of them issues. That's all. All
right, we're gonna keep reading these super chats while Hustle breathes from that punch to the gut. We got a $5 spread from Lady Foxfire. Halo is dead for me. They have to pull off a miracle to have me come back. 343 is ass and don't know what they are doing with the franchise. Sad to see.
Shout out to Lady
My
Foxfire.
thing is, what do people want, right? Because I still come up in a situation where every Halo game that I've played, like multiplayer wise, Halo 3, 4, Reach, 5, what was it that kept you playing? Like the modes are still there, right? You know what I mean? Sure, those games have more maps and whatnot, but the thing is, I don't know. Maybe everybody has converted to seasonal players. I'm not a seasonal gamer. Like when I play Halo Infinite, I just play. I play to get my rocks off for the how many hours I'm going to play, and then I'm done. I don't play for a purpose or a goal there. Now I do wish they had the classic ranking system, but I don't play for season pass items or season pass perks. So I guess that's why the game isn't dead for me. Like I could just pick it up, and me and my son, we literally play. I play Halo Infinite at least once a day. And it's not because I think it had like all this content. It's just that the gameplay is the gameplay. I like to like feel good about myself when beating people online, and it is what it is. But I'm just curious, is it because it's just that argument that people are like, oh, they're taking too long with their seasons and all that stuff? Because this is the first Halo that has seasons. Everything else was just static. Whatever you got is what you got, and they'll update, with modes and some, some seasonal themes, like, during the holidays they'll throw like a fiesta in there or something like that and whatnot. But everything else was pretty much classic. Like if you load up Halo 5 now, right, the Halo we've been playing for about 5 years, some of us been playing for 5 years, what launch is still what's there now.
I think the issue, Smooth, and is because you might not do this model, but the whole gaming infrastructure is built on this model now. Like, just because you yourself don't like this model and you don't really play for insinuous like cosmetics and stuff, like, have you went and looked at some of the cosmetics for the Halo Battle Pass? It's bad. Like, there needs to be more incentive to doing that Battle Pass. Now, is it the worst thing in the world? No. I do think there are other games that are worse.
I've been wearing the same costume for about a year in Halo Infinite.
You've what?
I've been wearing the same costume.
That's an issue, though.
Did you pay for that?
For a year, you've been playing a game that is built on how you...
Okay.
Hold up. For a year, you've been paying a game that is built on how you look. Because let's be real here. Halo 3, heavily customizable. Halo 5, heavily customizable. And I feel like when it comes to this game, they give you a lot of options, but they hide some of the better stuff behind a paywall. Mm-hmm. And the stuff in the Battle Pass that the stuff in the paywall should be in, they don't have that either. Like on Destiny,
No, I blame a couple things for Halo's demise. I blame PC gamers and I blame free-to-play.
How is this our fault?
And free-to-play, because it's Microsoft like addiction with pleasing these guys, and they ruin the games. Like PC gamers are worried that console gamers are going to ruin the platform by bringing console games to PC, and getting like there's things about console games that PC players don't like. There's things about PC games and gamers that I don't like. That's fucking up. My bad. That's messing with my experience. Like, you know what I mean? If Halo was an Xbox console exclusive and didn't have to worry about being free to play, it would have been a perfect 10 out of 10 sort of game. Nobody would have any complaints. But no, they got to appease to these dudes and their play time, their play styles, how shit works, how it runs on a certain storefront, all this unnecessary garbage that they're taking resources to please them. I'm losing out.
And I agree with you, but what I will say is the customization, I think, needs to be addressed. You shouldn't, especially colors. Like, you have to literally grind to have colors of a spark.
Yeah, I think that's stupid.
And I think that's ridiculous. Like, the difference between Halo Infinite and something like Destiny is, like, Destiny, you could still do the, you could still get the cosmetics that you want. You just got to wait. Now, obviously, I don't know if they're going to do that eventually with Halo, but Destiny has a currency, an in-game currency that you can buy cosmetics called Bright Dust. Sure, during the season, usually the stuff that they're launching in that season, you can only buy with real money. But after that season, when all the new hot stuff comes out, guess what starts showing up in that store with Bright Dust? The stuff from the past seasons. And I think Halo desperately needs something like that. They need something where you can grind in-game to get a currency in-game that can give you stuff from past seasons, where it kind of gives people both worlds. So it's like, look, like, we don't want to give you the best stuff now because that's going to be the hot stuff. That's where we're going to make a lot of our microtransaction money. But this old stuff, we'll let you work for that in-game. And I think they need something like that. But let's get to these super chats. We're going to keep going back and forth all day on this. I've already lost place where Smooth went on his rant. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so we got a... No. Oh, that's where... Okay, right here. We got a $5 We got a $5 super chat from Don Otaku. 343 trying to support a live service game with half the staff of Bungie and 4 times less than the people working on a game than recent Call of Duty and Warzone. I agree with you. People feel like these games as a service is easy to do. They're not. They take a lot of people. Got a $10 super chat from Dragonheart TV.
Dragonheart Yobi.
Yobi.
That's my boy.
Hashtag peace, love, life to everyone. Happy birthday to King David. Much love to Fly Master Dirt Griggity. His Greatness Hustle. What's up, Addict? Why don't I get like a crazy name? Why does everyone get Master Dirt Griggity? And then King David gets a happy birthday, and he's like, "Oh, what's up, Addict?" Like, I'm just joking with you, man.
Shout out to Dragon Heart, man.
That's a homie, man.
I've known that man for quite some time. I think I found him through like Sincere and them, but no, he's always been like an extremely supportive individual. He's
absolutely, man. Great dude, man. Great dude.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
and you know it's trill when everybody has like when you hear from different people, but everybody got the same thing to say about you. That's
man. He's a great guy, man.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been a supporter of ILP for a while. Everyone, if you're watching the show, man, after the show, during the show, go over there and tweet King David. Wish him a happy birthday, man. Wish him a happy birthday. We got a member chat from Jigga J. He's been a member for 12 months. I have 22 days played in Halo Infinite. Love the game.
What's
that
up,
doesn't
Jigga
seem
J?
like a dead game to me.
Hold on, Jigga. No. Hey, listen. I'm gonna keep it true with you. That game is fun. I meant the content wasn't there. Like, and here's the thing: if they would have had Forge there from day one, somebody in the chat said it, but I said this on a previous episode of the Addict Show, bruh, the fans would have put all that stuff that's missing in the joint already. They would have put it in there. Like, it would have just given you enough time to like. Look, most games they have dedicated fan bases. Y'all know somebody would have put something in that joint. Y'all know they would have put enough content in there to be like, yo, take as much time. They unpaid interns, but they would have did their thing. We all know how this. We know how this goes.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so we got a $2 from Fan McCracken. They've been trying to kill Halo for 20 years.
Remember, my WBG brother, what's up, man?
They have been saying that this is the Halo
killer. Yeah,
time. $2 super chat from Dawn Otaku. You can get Conquer Live and Reloaded on backwards compatible right now.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I didn't know that, but can you get it on PC though? Because I don't have no Xbox just yet.
Can you get it on?
Man,
I'm not sure.
You realize the Xbox Series S is one of the best emulators on the market right now, right?
Wait, Smooth. I heard you can't do that no more though, because there's a developer mode for that, right? I heard you can't do that no more. I thought they stopped.
Why can't you?
I said I thought they stopped. I wasn't sure.
You can still do it.
Smooth's like receipts. Show me where you're talking about. Got an $8 super from Tyson Bojo. Man, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I mean, you guys know it by now. I think you guys change your names just to mess with me sometimes. Halo isn't dead. That would be Killzone, Ghost of Tsushima Legends, The Last of Us Factions, and every other multiplayer Sony makes. How you feel about that?
Who is this Tyson guy? Get Tyson.
Tyson Dunn did another gut punch to Hustle.
Tyson.
We're going to have to check. Hustle, man. After this, I really recommend you go get your gut checked, man.
Hustle might go Buster Douglas on him. I guarantee you right now, if I hook up this damn PS4, that's right. If I hook up this PS4 with The Last of Us remastered and just hop on and just say turn on Last of Us,
why don't you just wait for The Last of Us remake to play?
I am. But my point is, I can cut that game on right now.
Didn't catch that,
50 people on my Twitter. I heard what you said. I can cut that game on right now. I have like 50 people in my chat, and I don't got 1,000 followers on Twitch. This is how dedicated that fan base is.
Oh, so you're saying who watches views means that's not dead.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, let me
say like what?
Let me say something right quick.
What's up?
Hustle just said something I want to talk about. He said that shows how dedicated that fan base is for factions.
Yep.
It's unfortunate that PlayStation did them like that, didn't it?
I know. Damn sure it is, yeah. You got people looking through walls and everything else.
They like, what's up? Yeah. I'm sure whenever it like comes out, it's gonna be fire though.
We got a $2 super chat from Dawn to talk. Halo gonna have more hype in September than Last of Us.
Slow down.
Yo, they's not liking this chat right now.
I love y'all. I love y'all.
It's a bunch of bots in the chat now. I love it. I love it.
Oh god, Hargishini added you, so I want you to read that. I ain't read it yet, but he added you.
Let's see. Hargishini, shout out to you, sir. Wait, there was a temporary glitch that disabled dev mode. Okay, thank you. Let's see, but it was fixed immediately. You can still. Okay. All right, cool.
You gotta say the winky face too. He winking at you.
Well, you know.
Then we got a $2 super from Flame. Infinite has less players than Battlefield 2042. Big O.
Hey, you missed one, Addict.
I missed one.
Legion with $2. Why is Halo Master Chief Collection better than Halo Infinite? You know, maybe I should have
It's
read
got
that
more
one.
content
You
in
wanna
it.
talk about that?
It's got more content. There's nothing to talk about. It's good. Yes, Erica, Hustle's taking a lot of L's today in the chat.
Hey, Erica, shut up. We ain't need that input. Just take a wrench away. Take a wrench away. Hey, real quick though, there apparently, I don't know how true this is, but I heard that they were going to try to add microtransactions to Halo Master Chief Collection. Is that true at all?
That's what the rumor is. That's what the rumor is.
I hope they don't do that, man.
As long as it's cosmetic, I can care less, bro.
If
it's cosmetic, I don't care.
Right now, they have a mini Master Chief that goes on your back from Fall Guys or something like that.
Oh, yeah, they get some type of Fall Guy, yeah.
Oh God, Apollo Cooper with the $2 super chat. I'm not paying $70 to see Joseph Boach remastered.
Oh man,
sir, what are you looking
at? Hey, can I say something about it? Chris Hart, stop lying, saying that the Destruction All Stars has more people online than Halo Infinite. Stop it, just stop it, bro.
Hey, chilling. That boy wildin'. That boy wildin'. Good Lord.
Chris Hart, stop it.
All right, so let's talk about the state of Xbox. You know what, Dirt? I've been telling a lot. Xbox got no games. They do.
Yeah.
How they keep selling so well if they got no games?
Hey, that's a good question, man. Listen. As an Xbox fan, I will admit easily, 2022 is dry when it comes to first party AAA games. Absolutely, I cannot fanboy that. I cannot
somehow they still selling.
Somehow they're still selling. Now, let me say this. In the pre-show, Hustle said something I wanted to talk about for a second. When you brought up Xbox sales in Japan, the first thing Hustle said was shortages. Okay.
Standard go-to for a PlayStation fan. Standard
right.
go-to.
Now let me say this. Okay, we know there's been some shortages with the PlayStation 5. Absolutely. Has that helped Xbox a little? Absolutely. But we're talking about Japan. There were times last generation the Xbox One sold 18 consoles in an entire month. My point in saying that is, it doesn't matter. They really didn't rock out with Xbox last generation. Mm-hmm. Meaning, they're not going to just buy your Xbox because PlayStations are not available. They are buying those Xboxes over there because they want them. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that. We've heard that people said they should separate the Xbox Series X and S. They have over there.
And still, both of them is outselling the PlayStation.
Right. I know last week the PlayStation won, but it wasn't by much.
Yeah, it was by a couple hundred.
Yeah, it wasn't by much. So my point is that for whatever reason, the Xbox consoles are selling for Xbox over there, and they beat PlayStation the last 4 out of 5 weeks over there. So that's something we have to. I'm not sure what Xbox has done to change the mindset of these consumers. They're doing something. Maybe it's the Xbox Series S, the Xbox Series X. They're both selling good for Xbox in Japan right now, and hell, in the States also.
All right. So before I give it to Hustle, I want Christopher, all the PlayStation fanboys, put your hands in the air, give all the energy to Hustle. He's got to make the spirit bomb, man. He's got to make the spirit bomb.
Don't need no help. I don't need no help.
You got the floor, Hustle.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Didn't Microsoft didn't they do something where they have like the majority for like the chips and for the consoles or something like that?
Yes, they did pay for prioritizing their
of course.
Which is
but
fine.
Sony could have did the same thing.
No, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say which is fine. That's business. That's what you're supposed to do. You do whatever. Ain't no rules in war. Well, I would say war. Ain't no rules in this business thing. So you do what you gotta do to get where you gotta go. I'm not mad at the fact that Xbox is selling PlayStation, man. If I may be more upset at the fact that Xbox is outselling PlayStation. Really, have they launched any exclusives this year? I want y'all to correct me if I'm wrong.
Really.
No,
right.
No,
so
we told you that. Yeah.
Right. So they ain't really launched nothing this year. Like I'm probably more upset at that. But I'm just cool to see that this whole thing is like healthy. And see, I bet you I thought that I was gonna pick a side and be the whole PlayStation, be a pony or whatever. Nah, not even that.
The chat's beat Hustle with a submission. He don't want no more smoke.
No. We can talk about the topic.
The Halo topic was too much for Hustle.
Oh yeah, right. I ain't worried about. They can 1v1 me and whatever, and we can get down.
1v1.
Like
oh, he pulled out the 1v1.
We could do that. No. This is cool that Xbox is actually selling in Japan. And this kind of brings us back to the very first topic that we spoke about, how Mega Man, the Battle Network collection is collection over 10 games. How is that on Xbox? And it's doing well. And Xbox is, I'm say doing well. Xbox is outperforming PS5.
It's doing better than they usually do in Japan.
Doing way better. So like it doesn't kind of make any sense on why you wouldn't have that over there. But if I'm any Japanese developer, like you got to kind of like at least take this into consideration now. You got to at least just look at it, be like, all right. Historically, they don't do well over there, and I know Dirk. They was down to single digit numbers.
Bro, it was bad. It was bad last generation. It was bad.
It's pretty bad depending on what numbers you looked at. My whole thing is cool. Like I like the evolution and growth of what Xbox is doing. Yo, Phil Spencer like turned the Xbox One around. Like I always say, like he turned that shit around, and I point to the coalition first. Like the coalition had Xbox One on their back last generation. But now Phil Spencer out of everything that went wrong with the Xbox One, he turned that ship around, which is a hard thing to do.
And it's taking time to do it still to the day. It's taking time.
Yeah, and it'll probably take a lot more time to be completely honest with you, man.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely.
It's going to take some time, but no, it's cool to see that things are moving in a more positive direction over there, man. If I'll say whatever Kojima's doing, y'all going to wait for that one, but whatever Kojima's doing with the cloud infrastructure, I hope it really does. I don't even like Hideo Kojima, but I hope for the fans' sakes in Japan, I hope it does well. So we can just have a little bit more competition in that marketplace, man. Like it'd be cool if there were way more competition. Like, look, I can go to Uncharted, I can go to Last of Us. Xbox sadly still didn't have something like that, in my opinion, on that level. I
agree. Yeah. I agree with you, bro. I ain't
right. But whatever this new Indiana Jones game is, right? I hope it's something like Uncharted.
Hellblade 2 or something. Maybe that might be like a nice third-person action game.
And that's just for my preference. But no, it's cool to see that they really out there doing numbers like that in Japan, because they don't like at all. Like they've never, like, Japanese gamers have never really enjoyed Xbox at all. Like, and one of the reasons, take it back to the OG Xbox, one of the reasons why it sold over there was because of Dead or Alive. I think it was like the Dead or Alive Ultimate Edition or something like that. That's one of the reasons why it sold. They said the controller was too big, so they made a smaller controller. Like, and which was a smart move, by the way, because the Duke is god awful. It only the Duke was like, to me, it was like the GameCube controller in terms of, it was cool for Microsoft's first party games, but nothing outside of that for me. But no, it's cool to see that is doing what it's doing, man. But as far as the chat, hey, shut up, Addict. Shut up. Ain't nobody on my back. I be trying to keep like a level-headed like take on all this. I always try. I always do my best, right? I'm not gonna sit up here and just be wrong for the sake of being wrong and just disagree with people for the sake of disagreeing. I'm cool with everybody in the chat. Just keep it respectful with me. And I got love for y'all. I like that whole little back and forth. I'm about to be on your ass in a minute though. I see people sitting in them super chats too. What's up?
Hey, can I say something right quick? Like some things in the chat, some people in the chat, they're making some great points. Like PlayStation, I always say this, PlayStation makes the best third-person action adventure games, hands down, right? Hands down. So you mentioned that Xbox doesn't have any games like that. And I will admit at this point right now, that's absolutely true. But some of the homies in the chat, PlayStation doesn't have a game like Gears. They don't have a game like Halo. I know some people say Killzone, but So both consoles have their positives and negatives. Now, at the same time, PlayStation is trying to do more multiplayer games, live service games, and Xbox is trying to do more single player games. So both consoles, I think, are headed in a great direction to diversify their portfolio to make, because Xbox is known for first person shooters. PlayStation known for third person action adventure.
Just to clarify, Dirt, you're not trying to play Predator? Like, you're not trying to play Predator?
No, I'm good at it. I'm good on that one.
What's smooth?
No, I was saying, like, contrary to what people may believe or may think, almost all Xbox multiplayer-centric games have like a healthy community. I know people, make fun of like Halo for a Steam thing, but obviously, I just showed you you can find it. There's people still playing Halo Infinite. There's people unhappy, but they're still playing it. Sea of Thieves has one of the largest.
Oh, absolutely.
Grounded has a community. When that game launches, it's only going to get bigger, but it has an actually healthy community.
Yeah, it does.
State of Decay 2, which I don't play, has a
I love State of Decay. I love
they
State
have a
of
community
Decay.
because they keep updating the game.
Yeah,
they
they
keep
are.
adding content. That means people are still playing it.
Gears is still healthy, isn't it?
Gears
No.
is still
No, not
No,
Gears 5.
no, it's not. It's
not
not.
Gears 5.
Okay,
boy,
okay.
and
I
love
was asking
Gears
because
5
I
for
haven't
the
played
record.
it in a
I got
while.
You know what's
150 hours in
crazy,
that joint.
Dirt? Like Hustle and the troublemakers,
Hustle be
man.
chilling, but-
Hustle and the troublemakers. They
The
be
troubleshooters.
the troubleshooters. Yeah, they be going crazy on this Gears, and then they be trying to like go around the fact all of them have like 8 days in Gears. Like it's like, how is it so bad? You have like 8 days in Gears. I don't get that. That's like me saying, "Yo, Kid Smooth, Destiny is garbage. I'm done with it." Like,
Hold on.
But you got what, 1,000 hours in it?
Hold on. Let me. I'm a
defend yourself.
Let me respond to Smooth first. Hey, Smooth. You said people playing Halo, but they unhappy with it, right?
Mhm.
All right. That's a mental illness, and I think they need to go to some type of psychiatrist or maybe go to church or something. That dog. Hey, listen. I'm joking. I'm joking. Look, Addict. I'll respond to you now. As far as the Gears thing for me, that's how I met the squad. That's why that game is near and dear to me. But like, I'm gonna be real. Like, we had people in the group who was dropping that joint super early. Eric dropped it early. Erica dropped it early. Ricky dropped it early. Like, the only ones who was really rocking on it like that was probably me, Merc, and Audible. Now I done had a chance to game with Smooth a few times.
If I look up Erica's hours right now, it's gonna be low because she dropped it early.
I don't know if it's gonna be. Nah, I think
Erica, if you in the chat, tell me your hours. I don't feel like looking through your stuff.
She didn't drop
dropped
it
it last year. I don't think she dropped it early.
Yeah, Erica, put your hours in the chat. You have been summoned.
Got like 200. I know Merc got like 400, 300, 400. I was Jesus. Yeah, it was going like it's mostly King of the Hill for us. Like this is what he was doing.
Yeah, nice.
Look, Gears is what it is. It's Erica, you check them hours. I know Erica got a ton of hours in them joints, but that's how I met them. That's why that game is like so near and dear to my heart. I was told, oh, Hustle, if you like Gears 5, you're gonna love the OG trilogy. You're gonna love like the OG trilogy. This is why I wanted that remake to come out, because I tried playing it on PC, but it kept crashing on me. So it was it's one of them things. And 2 and 3 aren't on PC, but I did want to take some time to clear all that up. And Smooth, yeah, you're right. Look, a lot of those games do have like fan bases. I was kicking it with Dallas and Baron one night.
Oh, hold on. Erica calling you out. This man Hustle ain't playing the campaign. Talk about it. So Hustle, I got a question for you. Did you play the campaign to Gears 5?
Nah, but I played Half Busters. I started with Half. Shut up. I told you I was late to that. And I don't got a problem saying that I was late to that. Now, I didn't play Uncharted till Lost Legacy, and I went back and played and beat the majority of them games too.
At least you went back and played them. Yeah,
I know. Second of all, Erica talking that bull in the chat. She knew first that I was going to run back through it all and then live streaming on my channel and all that. So miss me with the bull.
Ella Killer.
So miss me with the bull.
Hold up, let me address the chat. Ella Killer, Hustle is part of this podcast. It's all jokes. I don't want to hear no kick him out, ban him, please.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, stop all that nonsense.
Be mad when
talking like that, the only thing that's going to happen is you get timed out, because that it's jokes, man. This isn't serious.
Who said that?
Oh, he's joking. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I ain't going nowhere. You about to be mad. No, but no. But they know I was going to run through, and shout out to ACG, because he was the first one who kind of put the battery in my back for me to play through the whole series and give a retrospective on it. Mm-hmm. I was trying to play it on PC, but as y'all know, the joint kept crashing on me. So like, what are we talking about? What are we really talking about? So it's not like I wasn't trying to get it in. Like, nah, you missed me with the BS. You missed me with it. And plus, hey, listen, man, Addict, you know how it is when people get to talking about games and they won't stop talking about it. It's like I really felt like I was missing something. Eric wouldn't stop talking about it. Same thing with Erica. They wouldn't stop talking about it. So I'm like, all right, let me at least give it a try. And like, I got it on the joint, man. It kept crashing. What you want me to do?
Let me get these super chats real quick before they go away. $5 from Dawn Otaku. If we really talking about it, Splatoon 3 will top Last of Us Part 1. Halo Infinite, Forge, and every other game coming out in September. He's saying a cartoon game going to smack your Last of Us. How you feel about that?
Hey, look. Hey, that joint moved 20 million, dog. Hey,
oh, he's
what you want me to say?
I can see.
What you want me to say? That's 20 million, dog. Like we not gonna act like it didn't move.
We got a $5 super chat from Hargi Shani. Given how it rolled out, do you think Halo should have been delayed to this fall? Would it have been better to release it with co-op and Forge maps, etc.? I agree with you.
Yes.
You know, I do feel like it should have been delayed at least enough time to at least get Forge and co-op, and maybe get a little bit more of a thought process on how they want to do these seasons. But here's the thing, Hargy, and I think everyone on the panel, and I think you would even agree, at this point, saying the what if game is useless. Like, we can't keep going on and saying what if they would have delayed Halo. They didn't. Like, we're just Halo gonna have to like dig half its grave and hope it don't have to dig the rest. Like. And that's just my opinion on that. Does anyone want to talk about that real quick? Make a comment on that?
No, I mean, I think they had to get it out. They couldn't have delayed anymore. So I guess maybe they figure, hey, it's a live service game. Let's put this out with a campaign, multiplayer, and add everything else later. It's unfortunate, but I think they had to do what they had to do because we couldn't go 2 whole years with no first party games, do we?
Okay, so let's go ahead and get this super chat. Final spirit from Don Otaku. Xbox has no third-person action games on Sony's level, but Sony don't have first-person shooters, survival, open-world racers, RTS, Metrovanias, fight slims, etc. at all. That is a good point.
Fair. I think that's fair.
As far as like third person, they definitely make arguably some of the best in the industry. I think you can maybe have a good contestant. Rockstar makes better games than them when it comes to third person. But they definitely make the top tier in the franchise. But is it okay for them not to make different types of games for other people? And I think that's a fair argument.
I think that's why they are doing that now.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how they do it, though. I'm kind of curious if they get that done. All right, so now the star of the show, man, God of War. So clearly, first thing we're going to talk about the fiasco stuff going on with, there's been some harassment stuff going on with the God of War community, talking to like some of the devs and stuff, to people that work there, people that used to work there. We're going to talk about this insane chronicle of we're in June the 3rd and we still don't have a release date, and people like Corey Barlog are still coming out there kind of like hinting it's coming out this year. So I want to talk about that. First thing, have you guys seen some of the crazy stuff that these fanboys have been sending some of these developers? Have you guys been seeing this?
I hope y'all didn't see it.
No, well,
I didn't see what
heard
was
about
said.
it.
Like,
we heard about it. Absolutely.
So look, one thing I want to say about this is this is where I've always stood when it comes to this. Like, you can't let the small minority act like the majority of that fan base. It goes back to, a lot of
majority.
people.
Hey, yo, talk that stuff, Smooth.
Okay, Smooth. It's the majority. Why do you think it's the majority?
Because I've seen way more of them than I did seen of the pro. I can name you on my fingers your level-headed PlayStation gamers.
Oh,
And I argue with more than enough of those weirdos. So I think it's the majority of them act like that. Even if they don't want to admit it, just the way that they go about talking about things and addressing things, I'm not surprised anymore. I am not surprised. And
can you say that toxicity is in both?
Nah, I never sent. I never sent Phil Spencer, Aaron Greenberg, Sarah Bond any body parts.
And I feel you on that. I do feel you. Like, I can't think of an incident where I've seen an Xbox fan go that far, but I do feel like it's like the two wrongs don't make a right. Like, look, there are levels to this. Oh my God, I gotta stop saying that. And I do think that's high up there, sending explicit pictures of like that to like developers and stuff. But you do see Xbox people doing some crazy stuff too. I couldn't tell you anything that drastic. I've seen, Xbox people, make death threats and stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen to the point where people were sending pictures like that. And I think that's why I'm always saying, like,
didn't this happen with the Last of Us? They got so mad that they weren't announcing the release date that they just leaked the whole damn game.
No,
that was a developer, wasn't it?
That was someone that was translating the game.
Translated, yeah.
That they look at Sue trying to like
that was
something out
wild,
of thin air. Look, that's why I feel like when it comes to this, back when they were saying all the Xbox community are racist. Like, you can't let a couple people speak for everyone. And I'm very big on that. It's because it's like, look, there's bad things in everyone. Even Smooth, that you talk about the people you're talking about. What's that? 10 to 50 people?
Enough.
But that's still a small drop in compared to all the God of War fans. Like, and I think that's the
These
biggest.
aren't God of War fans. These are PlayStation fans. These dudes didn't care anything about the original trilogy of God of War or anything like that. Like, these are just like new bred PlayStation fans that came up over the last 5 years, and they're just a new breed of just weird. It's like, it's the only thing. If God of War was a multiplayer game, something that was published by 2K or Ubisoft or something like that, nobody would care. Nobody would care, dude. Is these PlayStation fanboys? They need to be fed. It's this fuel. The more you give me, the more I can go after these Xbox fanboys. That's all it is. It all comes down to.
But
them
I feel like it's the other
Xbox.
way around too. Like, I do feel like it's both ways.
Nah, man. These dudes went as far as getting. How many times they done got catfish? 3 times in one calendar year. Catfish. One by somebody pretending to be Japanese. 2 guys pretending to be women. And they all infiltrated the PlayStation community. They've done had relations. They've done sent people PlayStations and TVs and stuff like that. It's all because of comfort. So they've gone way too far. There's nothing comparable to a PlayStation fanboy. There's Xbox fanboys are not on that level. People can't stand Xbox fanboys for certain things because we have to wait till E3. We talk about resolutions and 12 T-flops. These dudes literally do real life
BG's
weird stuff. Chat. It's just impossible to
Isn't it funny when Smooth starts talking, BG just shows up out of nowhere in the chat like a wild Pokemon? Like, look,
Smooth is on to something, man.
There's
history of PlayStation fanboys sending pics and DMs, man. There's history behind that.
Damn,
I'm not going to say that Smooth isn't wrong. I will say when it comes to like the extremes, usually you see the PlayStation fanboy into that thing. That's why I say like there's levels to this.
I told you. I think I told Aaron Greenberg. I said don't underestimate the power of a PlayStation fanboy.
So you got the bottom, you got the fanboys on both sides that will go above and beyond to fight that fanboy war. Then you got the fans above that, and I think the majority of us fall a line in that. You know what I'm saying? Smooth might be a little bit between the last two. He's not directly on the bottom, but he's definitely not there. And then you got like the quote unquote neutrals that I don't think exist. Very few. And I think the majority of the neutrals that actually exist is the casual gamers that don't really care what platform they buy. They just buy a platform for like Call of Duty, 2K. Like, I'm a fan. That's why I never like Luca. Like, I've never willingly let myself get like labeled as a fanboy. And I know she jokingly does that, but it's because like when you make content and you get labeled as something, because I've always felt myself as a fair content creator. Sure, I do lean one way. There's no denying that. I am a fan of the Xbox brand, but I have definitely put them to the fire multiple times. I put PlayStation to the fire multiple, and that's why like I'm very adamant on trying not to be labeled as one. Now, clearly, what's funny is me being Smooth's friend over the years has naturally I'm a fanboy by association, like just by assation. It is what it is. I don't really go too much into it anymore. It doesn't really
most people
bother
are fanboys. It is what it is. Go ahead, Dirt. My bad.
No, look, I just want to say this right quick. At the end of the day, are there people we wish wasn't in our community? Absolutely, on both sides. Absolutely. But when it comes down to it, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you guys know or not. I have never seen an Xbox fanboy attack a PlayStation fanboy. All right, let me explain. I had a PlayStation fanboy attack me. Now, he's African-American. I'm obviously African-American. This dude called me Uncle Tom strictly because I am an Xbox fan.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? See, listen, he went. Listen, I've talked to
about.
Luca. He said the same stuff to her.
Yikes!
Bunch of other people. This guy attacks. He's the black guy, and he attacks all black Xbox content creators. He called us coons and everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know if any Xbox guy has done that, but I haven't seen it.
No,
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
because Xbox is owned, is I guess is American, a white American company, and I guess if we were to have that loyalty to a Japanese company, we're considered like in the mix. Like,
it's crazy
for the culture. Black
it's
power
crazy
for a Japanese company.
What are we doing?
So of course, there's toxic people in any community. I've seen in the sports communities, movie communities, any community. Absolutely.
Sneaker community. Talk about it. They put a whole Draco out on somebody in the sneaker for those people who don't know.
Absolutely. Listen, but at the end of the day, what we're specifically talking about.
You're trying to ask who's more toxic. Let's be real here.
No. I'm just trying to go to what we're specifically talking about.
Hold on. Xbox pulling out guns on
I show you the video I'm talking about.
That's not a problem, because at the end of the day, each thing that caused an Xbox to pull out a gun on camera was them being attacked personally.
Personally?
They were verbally assaulted, and so they wanted to set the level straight. Now, nobody was harmed, because you ain't going to shoot your computer screen and something happens. It's not going to happen. It is what it is. It's just like, hey, shut up.
God.
You know what I mean? So I rather, like, I feel like it's not a big deal. Compared to what these PlayStation guys have been doing, I would rather you pull out show me that you got a Draco than anything, because then I'm less likely to bother your ass. And I mean, something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, PlayStation guys give me like you don't deserve to be anywhere in a school district vibe. Like, you need to be,
damn.
You shouldn't be able to live in this community type of vibe.
Oh, damn.
Background checks need to be required, before you come through.
Oh,
like, that's the type of vibe.
Damn, smooth.
Well, Dirk, are you finished? I kind of want to answer the question, man.
I'm just saying, there's toxic people in all communities.
Yeah.
But this specific topic we're talking about is about some PlayStation fanboys. There was one guy that hit me up because I did a video about this topic. Dirk, how do you know it was a PlayStation fanboy? How you know it wasn't an Xbox fanboy? Acting like, shut up. That's the first thing they want to. How you know? Because y'all have a track record. But this specific issue is absolutely unacceptable, bro. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Hustle.
Yeah, under no circumstances would I ever condone that type of behavior from just not PlayStation, but from anybody. Like, yo, don't play like that. That's, first of all, you can get locked up. That's sexual assault. You can get locked up for that. Don't play like that, and you shouldn't even put yourself out there like that. No way. As far as Corey, saying that, hey, this game is coming out later, I got a theory behind that, and I didn't come up with this theory on my own. I actually heard somebody say it first. I just forgot who said it. I feel like y'all know the snitch on Twitter. I feel like he's an internal cat. Whoever he is, right? Whoever this gentleman or young lady is, I feel like they just throwing bait out there just to be like, all right, cool, we got him. Because like he's been like dead right on like
100%. 100% right.
So I feel like they're trying to flush whoever that is. I feel like they're trying to flush him out. Do I believe that this God of War is coming out later on this year? Yeah, I definitely do believe.
I think so now too. Yeah, I think so.
But I'd always thought so, because a lot of people, when they saw that God of War State of Play, it was like, I think it was David Jaffe was like saying something to the effect that looked like DLC or something. Shout out to Jaffe. He do what he do.
Oh, I forgot about that.
They are super chatting PlayStation fanboys doing crazy stuff now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I stay out of all that.
I forgot about the David Jaffe attack. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
right, let's read these super chats. Let's hope we get through these before they start doing more. There is a lot of incidences.
It's a lot.
You got to be reminded by some of them, right?
$5 super chat from. Okay, let me make sure it's not above this. No, I read that one. Okay, we got a $5 super chat from Hargi Shani. Ponies are sending, pics to Sony devs, but teabagging is sexual harassment.
Oh man!
Damn.
I saw that and I kind of laughed.
We can briefly talk about that here in a second. $5 from Dan Lorenzo. PS apologists always say Xbox does it too. BS. It's only weird PS dudes, and it's a majority of them. Stop saying Xbox does it too. That's shit. I'm not saying Xbox does it too. I just here's my intentions behind those statements is I don't want everyone thinking it's like everyone in the PlayStation community. That was my intention.
Of course it's not.
Because once you start labeling something as everyone, that's when stuff gets out of hand. Like we don't need general labels. We need there's some toxic PlayStation and Xbox fanboys, and they speak loud, and everyone gets labeled, and that's all I was saying.
I agree with that.
$5 super chat from Don Otaku. Oh no, it's Alex channel confirms that all PS fanboys are the same. Okay.
Hey yo, hey Alex.
Alex,
we can't. Hold on,
he do be making a lot of PlayStation videos. Okay.
Now Alex will get who we get, but we can't let them off the hook either. Them PC dudes, they weird, they racist, et cetera, et cetera. All them communities, all of these communities.
That's what I'm saying. Every one of them has people in it. All of them.
All
any community, not just gaming. Not just gaming either.
The car community is god awful. The sneaker community, oh my, listen, the sneaker community is crazy. And if I find that video, I'm gonna make sure I hit y'all up with it. Smooth, fix your camera because you
it's a little blur.
Okay,
focus.
Yeah, all of it is bad, man. And I feel like as a community, we gotta like excel all of it, all the negative, whatever. You gotta, especially when it comes to sending unsolicited pictures to whoever. Yo, don't do that, cuz. Nah, man.
I feel that talking trash is fine as long as it doesn't get personal or disrespectful. And sometimes it goes there, unfortunately.
That's what I've always said. Like, look, like you could disagree with someone, and Smooth can attest. I've said this for years, have I not? You can easily get your point across without being disrespectful. Have I not said that for years, Smooth?
Yeah.
And it's just like, look, like I get it. Some people feel like they need that disrespect to make content better, but it's just like you can easily make it without it. Like, and that's the part that annoys me, that people don't do it because they want to do it. They do it because they feel like they need to do it. We got a file from Gamer by Choice. Based on what I see in the world, people in general are weird. People are fanboys and coasts in sports, religion, politics, and unfortunately gaming. I will say it's like that everywhere. I will say that. Okay, now we got the Tyson Brojaw, I'll probably butcher that, 15th super chat. I've only seen a doctor share outpatient information for console wars, catfishing for OnlyFans, and screaming disrespectfully to developers because of his opinion on a podcast from PlayStation fans. Look, man, I got a point. Look, you guys are making good points, but it's on each side. Like, you guys are making it hard to say that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about it too until I read that super chat.
Shout out to Hargashim for the $5 super chat. Teabag in style with 2,200 Halo credits, global code. So shout out to anyone that snatched those, man, those credits. Look, this is all I'm saying when it comes to it. Is like, look, you guys can easily zone in on the people doing it and not on the whole community. That's the whole point about it. So let's gravitate towards the actual God of War being delayed, God of War coming out. So many people saying this, so many people saying that. We're in July and we still got a release date. So I'm going to go through the circle. We've done this multiple times. We got to do it again, unfortunately.
Got to do it again.
Hustle. No, we're going to save Hustle for last because he's got to get the spirit bomb from the chat. Kid Smooth, is God of War come out this year?
No.
Okay. Dirt, does God of War come out this year?
I think yes, because Corey Barlog seems like he's pretty confident. I think
it comes out too. Hustle, does God of War come out this year?
Yes. 1,000 times yes. With everything that we've seen from it, from Accessibility Day, how they had, how they did the promo on Twitter. Everything's a rollout. Y'all have heard me say that before. Y'all gonna hear me say it again. You gonna hear me say it yet again. You gonna hear me say it 1,000 times. Everything is a rollout. Everything that you think that ain't a rollout for promotion is a rollout for promotion, with the exception of probably that whole lewd picture thing. I don't think nobody want to put that out there as promotion, but everything that we see on Twitter in terms of the promotion for this game in particular, from the state of play onward, it's promotion, dog.
So everything's promotion. They leaked the price to The Last of Us in the release date. That was promotion.
I truly believe so.
What about when they leaked the whole game of Last of Us 2? Was that promotion?
Hold on, let me finish.
That was not promotion.
Whether it's intentional or unintentional, I feel like everything. You see that early release, they didn't do nothing. That joint still sold 10 million. You see, it didn't do nothing.
It was bundled with PlayStations too.
So
I'm joking.
Okay. Let me calm down. My fault. Let me calm down. But it doesn't matter. But everything's a rollout, though. Everything's a rollout. Whether it's intentional, unintentional. The second they hit Twitter, like you know what it's going to do, especially if it take off. Like, I'm not saying all of it's good promotion, but like when you see it and when you see things take off, when you see things start to trend, it's like, oh, yo, let's take advantage of that. The business mind of hustle just take it there like that. It's like, oh, we can use this to capitalize off of whatever it is. Now that we've seen entirely too much from this game, and I ain't got no sources. I'm not Wonton. Shout out to Wonton. I'm not the snitch. I'm not none of them. But I truly believe that this game comes out November.
Wonton's not a real insider, right?
I know he's not. But I rock with Wonton.
You felt the need to correct him, Smooth.
Smooth, I know.
I was gonna let him rock out that, man. I wasn't gonna do it. Say anything.
Shout out to Wonton. Let that man. Let him be great. Anywho, I definitely think that this game is coming out this year because out of everything that we've seen from it is. Let's put it this way, and I've always say this, and if I'm wrong, whatever, I'm wrong. It's just one of those things. I will be disappointed if it didn't come out this year because we've seen a lot from that game. We seen Corey Barlog just tweet, "Oh wait, we're not ready to show nothing yet," and then he turned right back around and be like, "Yeah, but don't worry, y'all, it's still coming out this year." He'll tweet a picture with his wife. "Don't worry, y'all, God of War's coming out this year. I'm just having this fine steak dinner with my wife and all that." I would be extremely disappointed if it didn't come out this year. Just based off of what we're seeing from actual developers, not from nobody else, but just from Corey himself. And he's not the director of this game, by the way. I think there's another gentleman who's the director of this game. But Corey is definitely promoting this damn game, y'all. So I'd be surprised if it didn't come out this year. That's all.
You know what? I think Corey Barlog has just been a little bit too active on Twitter for it not to come out this year. Mm-hmm. Like you just said, he's been very active. He's been talking a lot. So I'm like, yeah, it's probably coming out now. As me and my Xbox fanboy channel, you know, we hope it doesn't come out. I just want to talk trash. But as a fan of God of War,
okay, let me breathe.
As a fan of God of War, though, I do want the game to come out so I can play it. But hey, man,
yeah, it needs to come out because I feel like there ain't no games this year.
Yeah,
you know what's funny?
I mean, there's a couple multiplats, you know, but
I have a bend the knee with King right now on whether or not it comes out this year. I'm on the yes, King's on the no, and I was thinking to myself, if I lose, I still win. Sure, I got to bend the knee on camera, and you know that might be a little. King gonna have his little way with that, but I still get to talk my stat. And if I win, King got to bend the knee on camera to me. Like, we got a super chat. This is gonna be interesting. $5 super chat from Don Otaku. Addict, did you see Foxy UK video talking about you and why Final Fantasy can't be on Xbox? I did see that. Funny story. I saw that from watching. Oh no, it's Alex video. Didn't even know that video existed until I watched that. Look, you know, if you make a video about me, just pronounce my name right. That's all I ask. Pronounce my name right.
What did he say?
Just clowning on my the tweet I made saying that Final Fantasy needs to be on Xbox, and he went to this like I don't know. It's kind of like a circle of like confusing statements, like. We ain't gonna go out there. You know, you guys want to watch it, you can watch that. $5 super chat from Don Otaku. God of War Ragnarok would have came out this year, but when King David said it's coming out 2023, and the universe followed his plan because he's 97% of the time right.
Yeah, that's true, man.
What about that 3 though? What about that 3? You know, my list wars revolves around that 3. That's where
that 3%.
That list wars revolves around that 3. I got a question for you guys real quick before we head out because we're about to close this up. I'm buying. We're about to get a headset for the girl, man, because she wants to play more games co-op. What's a good headset? Like
the headset you got on?
Yeah, I was about to say the one you got on.
Like, hold up. I need a headset that has a 3.5 jack too.
Get the wired version of that.
The wire, but see, look, it's got to be a wireless that is enabled you to go wired if you want to. Or something similar. I mean, maybe I could do that, but here's the issue. Like, we were playing Fall Guys. This headset was horrible, man. It was horrible. So I just want I want options. That's all I want. Like, obviously, we got this headset. What's funny is I had to fix this headset because it was breaking. I actually think this is one of the best headsets on the market. It's just the mic is not that good. They need a better mic, and I feel like these earmuffs need to be a little bit slightly bigger. But besides that, I love these that they can Bluetooth with stuff. And that's the kind of options I need. You know, maybe it doesn't need to be connected with a 3.5 jack. It needs to have like a Bluetooth enabled as well, where you can actually hook up to Bluetooth. So put in the comment section, put in the chat. Tell me some good headsets for this chick, man, because you know she spent $100 on Destiny.
Damn, Addict, you're a content creator. You should know this.
Yeah,
I don't buy headsets like that.
I'm about to link some right now for you.
I don't buy headsets like that. Yo, fam, I've had this headset for 3 years.
Still series.
Still series. What?
Man, didn't you used to do Platronics and stuff like that? Rick?
I don't want it because the Playtronics got issues, man. Maybe the new one does. Maybe the new
I tell you this, you can't really go wrong with a Sennheiser gaming headset in terms of audio. But they don't BS around on that. Shout out Alex was the one who actually, because I used to wear like the Beats by Dre and all that for like headphones for my mix and all that. These little cheap joints, I may have spent like $70, $80 for these. This isn't a headset.
You don't know how much these cost?
What's up, 100?
Nah, like $30.
Yeah, they look pretty cheap. Look at the earmuffs. They look like they're crumbling.
Cover my whole ears.
Addict, I'm gonna drop this on Twitter for you. In terms of the microphone quality, I'm not sure. However, in terms of like for the first time with these headphones in particular, like I could hear people like walk up on me with them Beats. I couldn't hear people like when I'm playing multiplayer games. I couldn't hear them like sneak up behind me and all that. So there's a bit of truth with Sennheiser. Like I'll stand by them now, and I just did that based off of the fact that, like I said, I got a recommendation from Alex. He had recommended a long time ago. But these ones that I'm about to link you, they are $140.
140.
Yeah, they're like 140. They come with a microphone and everything. Do a little research on it first, but if your old lady need some headphones, go Sennheiser first, because like them the joint, not Turtle Beach. I didn't fell into that trap with Turtle Beach. I don't know about y'all, but like y'all
I actually was looking at the Turtle Beach second series, like $120 or something like that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I done fell into that trap before, buddy. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I only care for Turtle Beaches.
Yeah, them joints was like, I was
just give me an earache, man.
I don't care for them.
I was super geeked to try and run with them joints. I was like, I'm gonna be like a Call of Duty player. I was so green. I got them joints broke on me and everything else. This is back in like the PS3 days. I'm like, nah. I said I'd never do that again. But
people,
check your DM, Addict.
People in the chat, the reason the Addict Show is on Sunday instead of Wednesdays because King's birthday, so he's out of town, and Cog's like he's wherever Rand lives. I don't know where. Chicago. Yeah, around that area. So I figured, we, because I know there's a lot of you that haven't tried out the Addict Show, and we do this every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Dirt's like a rotating member whenever he can make it, because he busy dude, and Hustle. It's usually me and Hustle. This is the only other time Smooth ever going to be on this podcast because he usually works during that time.
Can I say something, Addict?
Yeah, sure.
Shout out to Dirk and Smooth. I wish they both were available more often. Like I'm feeling the panel energy right now. Like I really enjoy like this dynamic that we got going on. Smooth, I know you work hard. You got playing the Xbox the same day we do. Addict Show. But it'd be cool if every now and again you can grace us with your presence. It'd be cool. I try to poach Kid Smooth from Planet Xbox. I'm gonna be real with you. I can do both. You can still do both.
I try to poach him. I was like, yeah. Huh?
I said Addict does the show too early because even if I didn't do Planet Xbox on Wednesdays, I still gotta work.
Yeah,
I'd have to move the show to like 7 to 8 if Smooth wanted to be on it like full time. Which I know Hustle has like issues on staying up late, so that's probably would never be an option.
I'll say this. I'm willing to concede some of the way. My new job is gonna have me be at work at 5:45. So
in the morning.
I like to get
You got to be there at 5. Damn.
The thing, I get off mad early though. I get off at like 1:30 in the afternoon. It's not. It's not the.
But it's a trade off. You got to find somewhere to like sleep. You can't like be up all night.
I definitely can't, man. Yeah, so it's always been like that. That's why I was with I was on UPP in the very beginning, but I just couldn't do it because I was waking up 5:30 in the morning and all that. So it's a thing the way I just couldn't do it. But you know, I'll be willing to concede some of the time. I just don't want to be like
That's up
on
to
and off
Smooth.
with none of it.
That's
So
up
that's
to
some of
Smooth.
y'all. Like, hey, we'll talk. I don't want to put that. We ain't gonna put that out there now. We'll talk about it.
All right, so I appreciate everyone coming through, man. I was going to talk about Cuphead, but I realized no one here played it.
No,
I
sure
haven't
no
played it yet.
Yeah.
no. Apparently,
Smooth, did you play Cuphead?
No.
You can
Not
play it
the
if you
DLC.
want. I bought
I
it.
never finished the Bumblebee off of the first one.
Oh man,
That Bumblebee kept whooping me. I said, man, F this game.
hey, Attic, I got a question about that. Did they ever fix the parrying? Because in the first one, because I do
It's
on the
still
first
a little
one.
inconsistent. I feel like you have a better chance of parrying if you come up from above and not like jumping into it. But I enjoyed it. I beat the first boss. Got real close to beating the second a couple times, but I had to go. I don't know. That's why I can never be I'd have to, maybe if I had, because where people know me for podcasting, not streaming. So I do feel like if I can stick with it for a couple months and get a decent chat going, I could probably stream longer. I just get bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is chat interaction, but not as much as like a podcast. So I like hour, half, 2, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I appreciate everyone coming through, man. Kids, where can they find you at, man?
Find me on Twitter at Kid Smooth, YouTube channel Kid Smooth.
You got like 13,000 followers on Twitter now, don't you?
14,000.
Oh, it flex. I see.
And but I still don't got the check mark, so it's not. You know what I mean? But yeah, still trying to get these t-shirts off intotheam.com/kidsmooth.
Let me see that T-shirt. Let's see it better.
Like,
What
look at
the
this drip.
hell
Look
is
at this
that?
drip. It's an astronaut.
Okay.
An astronaut.
Uh,
What is he? Does he got blood going down his head?
it's kind of like lava or something like that, but it's just
Lava,
some cool,
okay, so we got
comfortable
some-
graphic tees, 10% off everything in the store when you use that link. So
What's the link?
intotheam.com/kidsmooth.
Put it in the chat.
intotheam.com/kidsmooth.
Put it in the chat. Let me get these super chats real quick before I hand it off to the rest. Man, people keep changing. Okay, $5 from Donald Tuck. I know Addict didn't just tell someone to get his name right. Spell my name right. $2 from Donald Tuck. When you gonna stream Dooku Literature Club? People have asked me to stream that game multiple times, and I feel like I would be very creeped out by that game. I've seen a couple cutscenes, like very vaguely stuff about. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll see. Where people find you at, Dirt? What's going on with you lately?
Not much, man. Check out my channel, Dirt Griggity. Got WBZ Xbox Podcast. Actually, tomorrow, I know it's the 4th, but I ain't doing nothing. Might as well do the podcast, right? Tomorrow night on my channel at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So check out my show. I do my podcast. I do regular videos. I also do another podcast on Fridays, TTS podcast, which of course means Talk That on my boy Shaun 786 channel. So we do that every Friday. So yeah, and like Addict mentioned, I'll be here on some Wednesdays I can't make it. But yeah, guys. So excuse me. So you mind if I put my link in the chat?
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to ask. You can put it in
okay. So that's about it, guys.
Yeah, once to follow all these individuals on Twitter, man. Just not Kid Smooth. Yeah, I gotta catch up to them in Twitter followers before you can start following Kid Smooth. Might take me 10, 15 years. By then he'll be at like 20, 25,000. So I guess you might as well just go ahead and follow Smooth because I'm never gonna catch up to him. But I appreciate everyone coming through, man. We're gonna go ahead and close this out.
Wait a minute.
Now,
Wait a minute. Me.
we ain't talking about hustle. You
right.
you got gut punched all day. No, I'm joking. Go ahead and talk hustle.
Hey, listen. The YouTube channel is going through some restructuring. I'm finna just do like retrospectives because that's kind of what I enjoy doing. But as far as the live streams, because I still will be doing that, Twitch. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube. So I'm gonna give everybody a reason to go follow me. Catch me here every week, every Wednesday, regardless of what y'all was saying in the chat today. I ain't going nowhere. You finna be mad, and this finna get worse for either me or y'all. And I got my money on me. So y'all make sure y'all follow me. Make sure you follow. What is Smooth? Is Weapon Wheel coming on tonight? Oh no, what Smooth is eating.
You don't even know.
So, all right. Every week at 5, every Sunday at 5:45. Y'all make sure y'all catch Weapon Wheel. Y'all make sure y'all catch Dirt Griggity's podcast every Monday as well. I want to thank y'all both for just coming, being part of this, man. This was fun. I had a good time. regardless of what was happening. I literally had a good time, and it's always cool to see us like come together. Shout out to the Lords. Happy belated birthday to King David. We didn't have a show last week because my birthday was on Tuesday, and I don't think I was coming in here on that Wednesday.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, brother.
28th. Appreciate you. And thank y'all for joining us. Shout out.
Same birthday as my wife, bro.
Oh, so you around good people if they June 28th. You know they June cases. You know how it go. Shout out to BG in the chat for trying to bully Smooth. Shout out to Erica in the chat for trying to bully me. And I really do. Look, Addict, this is always fun, man. I always have a good time here. For real.
It's like I said, anyone in the chat, man, every Wednesday, 5 p.m., we at it again, until further notice. I don't know if we'll have a show this Wednesday because we had it Sunday. I guess it would depend on what happens this week. If something happens like Monday or Tuesday we would justify coming out and speaking, then maybe we'll have a show Wednesday, or I get like a big guest. Now, some people spoke in concern of like my if we don't have a show Wednesday, I will post the interview I did last week. That will go up Wednesday because I've been editing it. It's not a game I'm sure a lot of you in the chat won't care about because it's a turn-based game. But if it is ready, I will have it Wednesday. And, who knows? Sometimes people be dropping some crazy news on Mondays. But if there's nothing crazy, we will be skipping a week. We'll give everyone a little bit of a vacation. And then we'll be back next week. So I appreciate everyone coming through. And until next time, this is Addict, Hustle, Dirt Griggity, and Kid Smooth. We'll see you next time.